up there in Moorhead. So, and I think it's going to be important today, too. We've got a change in quarterback here today. So you got a freshman that's going to start. The running game is going to be really important. I think Forgey's got to be a guy that they go to a lot. If they can keep that running game going like it's been going, I think they have a great chance to win.
Yeah, late breaking news for Wayne State. Bennett Dannebring, their normal starting quarterback, out for the year with a leg injury. It will be Brady McGill, the redshirt freshman out of Omaha Roncalli, starting as signal caller this week. Southwest Minnesota State, it's been a rough go of things so far. 1-3 on the year after an 0-11 season last year. But Lou, there are diamonds in every rough, and Southwest Minnesota State might just have maybe the best defensive back in all of the nation in Parker Knutson.
Well, he's been very productive. I'll give him that. If he's already got 5 interceptions already this season. He's a sophomore. He has 10 interceptions. You think maybe he's going to read that freshman's eyes, try to get some picks? Turnovers can change this game. Can Southwest Minnesota State get those turnovers? Maybe some interceptions from Knutson is just what the Mustangs ordered.
We've got much more to come. You'll hear from head coach Logan Masters. We've got starting lineups, all the action coming up. It's homecoming weekend, and you're watching Wayne State football on News Channel Nebraska.
Visit Wayne State College, and you're likely to hear,
"I got this,"
from students pursuing their careers in nursing.
"I got this."
Or in our business and industrial technology programs.
"I got this."
Or in NCAA athletics.
"You got this."
And especially at graduation.
"I got this."
With 130 programs of study, manageable costs, and automatic scholarships for all first-time freshmen, you'll be saying,
"I'm so doing this."
Get started at ExploreWayneStateCollege.com.
For people who struggle with day-to-day activities, an occupational therapist can help them get back to normal. Let's speak with an occupational therapist from Faith Regional. I'm joined now by Ann Zimmerman, an occupational therapist with Faith Regional Health Services. And I think we start at the beginning. What is an occupational therapist?
You bet. An occupational therapist is essentially somebody who works with anybody who's had any sort of illness, surgery, hospitalization, and they really need to regain those skills that they need to be able to go back home again, safely live on their own or with family.
What are some of the themes that work across the board that people are trying to improve on?
For occupational therapists, we're really focused in on those everyday tasks that people do. So if you think about it, after somebody has a surgery or is in the hospital for a period of time, they need to learn how to get dressed on their own again, shower on their own again, cook, clean, laundry, even if they're caring for a child, anything like that. So it's all those tasks that we're really working on them being able to do, again, to improve their quality of life and to achieve those goals.
Now, mentally, how do they handle these situations? Things they've been able to do forever, but all of a sudden can't? That has to be hard.
We really try to focus also on that, the emotional and psychological aspect of it, and really give them a lot of good feedback as they're coming along, and really involve them in goal setting too. What are the things that you want to be able to do to go home and live independently again, and really honing in and focusing on that. Also, a big piece of that is education, letting them know that this is why we're doing this certain activities. It's really explaining to the patient why we're doing certain tasks so that they can relate those to their goals.
What do your patients tell you when they're able to achieve goals? What's that like for them?
It's pretty amazing for them to be able to return back home and be able to be within that environment that they feel most comfortable. So it's extremely gratifying. I love what I do. I'm very gifted and blessed to be able to help these individuals return back to living on their own and being able to it's a quality of life thing for them, just to be able to do those things that they want to do on a daily basis.
And thank you so much for joining us today.
You bet. Thank you so much for having me.
Pre-game show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCo.com.
Welcome to the pregame show. I'm joined now by head coach of the Wayne State Wildcats, Logan Masters. Coach, started 1-2 on the year, but you had a monster win last week against Minnesota State Moorhead, a team that was undefeated. You went in there and won that game. How important was that game for you guys, confidence-wise, moving forward?
It was big. I mean, being a good team on the road. After the week before, we really struggled on the road and maybe played the worst that we've played in 4 years. But that's part of dealing with youth. We're just, every day's learning experience, and the only way to get older and experience that stuff is to go play, and that's kind of now we're learning on the run.
Well, you got a problem now at quarterback with Danabring out for the game with a leg injury. Brady McGill, the freshman, steps in. How does that change anything? Do you have anything different that McGill does that Danabring didn't do?
No, you're trying to recruit guys that fit what we want to do offensively. And no, I mean, he's had a great week of practice. We've known since Monday when we got the news, and Bennett's been doing a great job helping him out. And Brady's practiced really well. And last week he got thrown in the first quarter and he threw a pass when everyone thought he was going to run it. Brady's prepared the right way, so I'm excited for him to get his opportunity today.
We got Southwest Minnesota State here today, a team that's had their struggles early, but you can never overlook anybody in the Northern Sun Conference. What do you expect out of the Mustangs, and what's it going to take to get your third win of the year?
They're really well coached. Coach Underwood does a great job. They're going to play hard. They're fundamentally sound. Offensively, we got to block their D-line. I think their D-line's pretty good and active. And then offensively, we got to keep them down if we can get them pinned. Get them off the field 3 and out. Let our offense work on their defense, and no big plays and really no stupid penalties. That's kind of been how we keep drives alive on defense the last couple of weeks is helping teams instead of making them beat us.
Thanks for your time, Coach. Good luck here this afternoon.
Thank you. Go Cats.
That's Logan Masters, head coach of the Wayne State Wildcats. Folks, it should be a fun one. Northern Sun Conference football straight ahead. Southwest Minnesota State takes on the Wayne State Wildcats. You're watching Wayne State College football right here on NCN.
Did you know that Teammates Mentoring is the largest school-based mentoring program in the nation? But we still need your help. Over 500 students are waiting for a mentor like you. Meeting with a student just once a week in school can make a positive impact on their life by providing a sense of hope and helping them to reach their full potential. So what are you waiting for? Head over to teammates.org today to learn more about how you can get involved. Join the team. Be a mentor.
It's Schaefer's Labor Day Savings Event. Take advantage of store-wide savings, interest-free financing, and special Labor Day cashback rebates. Don't turn up the TV, turn down the dishwasher with a new Quiet KitchenAid. Super cleaning performance and features make KitchenAid stand out. And at Schaefer's, save $400 on this 3-rack stainless dishwasher and get free local installation. Hurry in for the Labor Day Savings Event going on now at Schaefer's, 48th and R. Lincoln.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
A truck that's built to handle the toughest tasks. The GMC Sierra 2500 from Woodhouse Buick GMC. With available turbo diesel power, a reinforced frame and advanced trailering tech, it's heavy-duty capability without compromise. Take advantage of exclusive offers happening now. Visit us in store or shop online today. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
Back at Bob Cunningham Field in Wayne, America, homecoming weekend, Wayne State football on News Channel Nebraska. Alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay. Let's talk starting lineups today, brought to you by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. Again, for Wayne State, a change at quarterback. They will have Brady McGill in. We'll talk about that in a minute. For Southwest Minnesota State, Colin Mayer has been a bright spot for them on offense, went over 100 yards last week. The first SMSU player to get 100 yards since 2022. McLeod Croughton, the quarterback, a transfer from San Jose State, was out west last year, did not see time. Meanwhile, Wayne State will have a new quarterback. Brady McGill will be in starting instead of Bennett Danabring. McGill did get in last week. Danabring lost his helmet on a play, so McGill had to come in. He threw a pass, ended up completing it for a first down. The passing attack has been a little quiet for Wayne State this year, but Dane Peterson at tight end has been a revelation. Only 5 receptions all last season, already 15 for 166 yards and 4 touchdowns this year. And that defense, my goodness, have they been good, particularly that front 3. Carter Sitzman, preseason Defensive Player of the Year in the NSIC South Division. They've been focusing on him, and that's allowed other guys like Caden Sutton and Luke Lambert and even guys like Max Chapman and Jackson Boss to get in there and start to make plays as well. This is a complete front 7 that Wayne State has, and it all starts with that defensive line.
Yeah, it's not just the starters either. They got, as you mentioned, guys that can come off the bench and be very productive. 7 sacks in that game against Minnesota State Moorhead. And if you can get that kind of pressure, you're going to win a lot of football games. The one thing that maybe gives Southwest Minnesota State a little bit of hope is they're 4th right now in the Northern Sun Conference against the run. So it's what does Wayne State do well? Well, they run the football pretty well. What they don't do well so far this season is on the passing side. They're 14th right now in passing offense. So if you can force Wayne State to, be a predictable passing team, you may have a chance. But Wayne State runs the ball so well, that's going to be difficult to control that running game for the entire 4 quarters.
You mentioned those 7 sacks against Moorhead last week. That was not with blitzes or any crazy coverages. That was just the front 3 beating Moorhead's offensive line. They have been incredibly good this season. All right, Southwest Minnesota State will be starting with the ball to start the game. Back deep for them to return, Greg Schaefer, the sophomore. So glad you could join us here for Wayne State football homecoming weekend here on News Channel Nebraska. You could not ask for better weather. I mean, you could, but you would be considered a bit nitpicky to do so. It is gorgeous in Wayne today.
Yeah, it's a little breezy, but not too bad. Temperature right now is perfect. We'll see if it gets a little bit warm as we get late into the ball game. But, yeah, you can't ask for much better weather, especially for homecoming weekend.
It is reigning Northern Sun Conference Special Teams Player of the Week, Boston Hensley, set to kick it away. Hensley out of Council Bluffs, Iowa, the junior, had a couple of field goals in that win over Moorhead a week ago. Well, hold everything. Okay, if there's one thing you can complain about, maybe it would be the breeze. You're going to want the wind at your back in the 4th quarter. The direction that Wayne State is going right now, that is the wind at their back.
I think it's picking up just a little bit.
It has. College football Saturday on News Channel Nebraska. About to begin. That's E.J. Davis, the redshirt freshman who's been tasked with Lucy duty. He'll actually let Hensley kick it, though. And we're away at Bob Cunningham Field. Over the head and into the end zone for the touchback. And Southwest Minnesota State will start at the 25-yard line. Look, it's been a rough go for the Mustangs. They have not scored 20 points in a game since the end of the 2023 season.
Wow.
It has been a rough go offensively for SMSU and their head coach, Scott Underwood, who's a good coach in his 4th year here. He came to Southwest Minnesota State because the program he was at previously stopped playing football, St. Cloud State. It wasn't that he was bad. He had a career winning percentage there. Now he's trying to turn this program around that has not seen a winning season in 10 years.
It's going to be tough to win this ball game if you can't score into the 20s.
McLeod Croughton starting in the pistol and hold everything. Well, that's not a good sign if you can't get your first snap off in time. Right out the gate, a delay of game against Southwest. Well, now officials talking it over. Our referee today, Tristan Severson. It's a Minnesota crew. Severson out of Plainview, Minnesota.
Looks like it's going to be a play on here.
Yeah, it may have been a clock issue. This is a true homecoming game. Wayne State has been on the road for the last 2 weeks. Their home opener was a season opener on a Thursday. You saw here on NCN that lost to UNK. Out of the backfield, looking for Jacob Honstetter, the senior running back out of Fenton, Michigan. He has not seen a lot of action this year. And that is incomplete. It'll be second down and 10.
I saw one of the guys we talked about, Carter Sitzman, there on the end in that backfield on that play. You're going to probably see a lot of that here this afternoon.
Reigning Defensive Player of the Year in the South Division. Quick hitter near side. Nice job to get away from the defense. That'll be first down yardage for Trig Auten, the sophomore, just his 5th reception this season. Got away from Kamel Johnson. Wayne State a little short in the secondary as well. Isaiah Jackson, their normal starting quarterback, is out today with an injury. Marzion Cosby starting instead.
Which is a pretty good guy to help start. He's played a lot of football here.
First and 10, Southwest Minnesota State at the 39. They'll swing it out. Ooh, that might have been a lateral.
Yep.
Went backwards, and it'll go backwards even more. Wayne State defense ready for it, and there is Clyde Hinton, the junior. That'll be his 4th tackle for a loss this season.
Eric, I don't think that was supposed to be a lateral.
No.
Because, well, watch if we get a chance here. He had to go back and catch it. If it goes that slow, it's just not going to develop well. And I don't think, like I said, I don't think that was supposed to be a behind the, a lateral pass, as it were.
A replay is brought to you by Mead Lumber, making you feel at home from design to finish. Also Madison County Bank, here to help you grow. There's that pressure on the quarterback, and Wayne State brings him down. Not sure if it's a sack. Sure feels like one if you're a Southwest Minnesota State fan. Finishing off the play, Luke Lambert, the junior, Ashland Greenwood grad, and Alex Kowalczyk, one of the best linebackers in this college's history, back for one more year in on the play. And it's 3rd down and long coming up.
Well, I always love to see Kowalczyk out there. He's such a playmaker. And this is the last weekend in September, so we were thinking Halloween. What's scarier than having a guy like Carter Sitzman chasing you back there?
Sitzman applied the initial pressure. Now 3rd down and long. Southwest Minnesota State about 37% on 3rd downs this year. Oh, did he come down with that? He did not. An incredible effort by Colin Mayer, the leading receiver for the Mustangs, was not able to get the foot down. Well, I'll tell you what, Lou, he did everything but catch this ball.
Yeah, that was a great catch, just out of bounds, right? I mean, watch him go up and high point that.
That's a nice job by the defensive back there to push him out. That's, I believe, Braden Cheney that was in coverage for Wayne State.
Well, the defense does what Coach wanted them to do, and that's give the ball back to your offense. It wasn't a 3-and-out, but it was a stop, and now Mustangs have to punt from their own 21-yard line.
Mason Carver on to punt it away, averaging about 41 yards a punt. That one wobbly, though, into the wind. Oh, and it checked up. Takes a Wayne State bounce. Finally down at about the 47-yard line. But not a great punt. Let's take another look at this catch, Lou. It's very close. Watch his foot come down here. Ooh, boy, he might have come in with that. The question, though, is did he have control of it? Yeah. The ball was bobbling a little bit as well. And that side judge had a great view of everything. We don't see the ball there because the defender's in the way.
Great effort, whether he caught it or not. That great job to get the foot down. I think you're exactly right, Eric. I don't know that he had possession of the ball when that foot was down. And, you know, these guys do such a great job. They're right there on the play, these officials.
All right, so here's Brady McGill in at quarterback. He has seen experience. This is his first start. They go right to the air right away, and I like that, Lou, from this Wayne State offense. New quarterback, no problem. Stay on schedule. He finds Keaton Bonderson, the sophomore, and he's close to first down yardage on a gain of 9.
I like what Coach Masters said when I asked him, you know, is that going to change your offense? He goes, no, we recruit guys that fit our offense, and we're going to run our offense. And you're not going to just, baby McGill. You're going to throw him out there and let him do what he needs to do.
On 2nd and short, it's the reigning Northern Sun Offensive Player of the Week, Dawson Forgy. Oh, he tripped himself up, trying to stutter step and take on 2 defenders out across the 30 to the 27-yard line, the 26-yard line, a gain of 18 for the leading rusher in the conference.
I suppose he gets credit for the tackle there. Well, I mean, he's really good, and we've seen his development over the years, but nobody out there. I mean, that's just a great job up front to give Forgy a lot of room to run.
Back to the air goes McGill, a little wobbly out of his hands, almost picked off, and you know who it was that was there. That's Parker Knutson, the ball hawk, almost had number 6. That ball came out of McGill's hands weird.
Yeah, Parker Knutson, the 6'1" sophomore, and he is just an absolute terror back there.
They were looking for Bonderson. Already has a couple of touchdown receptions this season. So 2nd and 10. Inside give. There's Forgy. Boy, Lou, I feel like we're going to see a steady diet of number 0. Yeah. This offensive line of Wayne State is very good. They're very big, and they're leaning on defenses. Look, we heard it last night in our high school game that we did. Running back over 1,000 yards, the first thing he said, well, my offensive line's doing it for me, right? Yeah. You don't get to where guys like Forgy are without a great offensive line.
Yeah, well, watching the linemen especially warming up there right in front of us, and those guys were going at it, and they were challenging each other. They're ready to play here today.
3rd and short, they go to the air. Quick out, caught. Great pass, great catch. That's Ty Johnson, the junior, just his 4th reception of the season. A Winona State transfer, moves the sticks. Brady McGill looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, it was a nice timing pass over there on that out route. Good catch. Pick up the first down. Now, if you're Wayne State, you really want to come away with 6 points here.
This has been maybe the best part of their game. 11 of 12 on red zone opportunities this year. Forgy cuts into the line, powers forward. It's about a yard. It'll be 2nd down. The issue for Wayne State's offense, I think a lot of it goes back to that loss against Northern State. It was a very good defense. They've just not been in the red zone very often, only 12 times through 4 games. But when they get there, they're turning it into points almost every time.
Yeah, 11 out of 12, as you said, 9 of those 11 are touchdowns. And that's really what you want, is to put 6 points on the board as often as you can.
2nd and 10. They fake to Forgy. McGill looking for a screen. It's Peterson out of the backfield. Set up perfectly. Touchdown, Wildcats. And Dane Peterson, already his 5th touchdown reception this season.
Well, what's funny is there was another receiver that was open as well. He had 2 guys open. He could take his pick. That's well run underneath that defense. And the touchdown that Wayne State, you get the stop. You want to put together a drive and get down in the red zone. They did that, get a touchdown. Now that's 10 times out of 13 tries in the red zone they've scored a touchdown.
Extra point is up, and it is good, and there you go. 10:36 to go, first quarter. Wayne State 7, Southwest Minnesota State nothing. You're watching Wayne State College Football on News Channel Nebraska.
With 2 board-certified physicians, Dr. Charles Harper and Dr. Alan Spanel offers a high level of expertise in internal medicine. If you're over age 18 and ready to find a trusted physician who will be with you throughout your years, Dr. Harper and Dr. Spanel are ready to provide you with the medical care you need. Whether you are healthy or have several medical conditions, as internal medicine physicians, they provide the care you need. Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk location offers so much care so close to home.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people that we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Seven-play, 52-yard drive finished off on a 11-yard touchdown pass to Dane Peterson. Wayne State with a 7-0 lead over Southwest Minnesota State here on News Channel Nebraska in our first quarter. Brought to you by Yankton Medical Clinic. At Yankton Medical Clinic Norfolk, they're building a legacy. One patient at a time, one generation at a time. From family practice to expert specialists, they're here for you today and every day. So Southwest Minnesota State held to 11 yards on their first drive, basically on one play. Now trying to get something going, trailing 7-0.
Mustangs have struggled to run the ball this year, only average about 45 yards a game on the ground.
On play action, but they were in the backfield right away. No chance at that one. That's Max Chapman, the 265-pound redshirt freshman, South Dakota State transfer, putting Croughton on his keister at 2nd and 10.
Yeah, defensive line, they were kind of like dogs that haven't been fed. They're hungry out there. And Southwest Minnesota State right now is that big juicy bone out there that they're going after.
Wayne State defense leads the conference in sacks and interceptions along with forced fumbles this season. They've been the real deal. Here they come again. There's another sack. This time it's Lambert, his 3rd of the season, and it's 3rd and long.
Luke Lambert is not a small fellow, 6'2", 285. The big dogs up there up front. That's the, when you're watching Division II, you don't realize that these guys are pretty darn big,
Absolutely.
too. There's not a whole lot of difference size-wise, just maybe 10 pounds or so sometimes, but this defensive front is big and physical for Wayne State.
So now 3rd down and 16. Back to the air in the backfield, picked off the tip drill. D lineman, that's Lambert coming up with it. I think it was Caden Sutton that tipped it. Huge turnover for the Wildcats.
Well, Luke Lambert says, put me at wide receiver, coach. Watch this catch. Great pressure, first of all. I didn't see who got that tip, but Lambert, what a catch. Put him at flanker. Come on now.
I think it was Sutton that got the paw on it. So now, just like that, Wayne State 1st and goal, a chance to go up 2 scores. McGill out of the gun, Forgy to his left. It's Forgy. Trying to wiggle through a cutback lane, not much. In fact, lost a yard. Again, Southwest Minnesota State's defensive line has been solid this year, particularly against the run. And you want to talk about big. They got big Julius Brown in there at nose guard, 310 out of Pittsburgh, PA.
Yeah, that's the kind of size you like at your nose guard spot. Tough to move him off the line of scrimmage.
2nd and goal for Wayne State. They gave him the line of scrimmage on that last run. Back to Forgy. Waits for the hole, gets a couple. 3rd down and goal upcoming here for the Cats.
That's one thing I've really appreciated with Dawson Forgy. Now, he's still only a junior, but we've seen him develop the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And he's got such good vision and uses his blocks well. That's what good running backs do is you're not always overzealous just to try to pound through that hole. You wait for that to develop and shoot through it. And he's been a master of that here certainly this year.
Curtis Whitty checks in for Wayne State. That's the 4th receiver. They've got 4 split wide. Whitty in motion on 3rd and goal from the 5. McGill, good pocket. No one open. Still looking. Firing late. Caught! Over the top of the defense. It's Dawson Forgy in the end zone. A perfectly placed ball. And Wayne State's up 2 touchdowns.
Wow. Brady McGill with the improvisation. That was impressive. Keep that play alive and allow somebody to get open. That time it was Dawson Forgy, but just watch his ability. Just keep this play alive. Breaking down, scramble, get out. And just right over the top of that defender, perfectly placed in the back of that end zone.
That had to be perfectly thrown. You saw the view that the quarterback did.
Yeah.
Forgy, there was not a lot of room to put that ball in there. He threads the needle, and Forgy has his first touchdown reception of the season. Extra point is good, and the Wildcats are rolling on homecoming. 8:24 to go first quarter, 14-0 Cats. This is Wayne State football on News Channel Nebraska.
Ashoff Construction of Osmond does it all when it comes to general contracting. From agricultural storage buildings to commercial office buildings, retail warehouses to concrete contracting. The HEI Sentinel buildings help safeguard crops and valuable assets, and Ashoff's professional builders handle the job from the design through the completion of the build. For a free estimate, contact Dylan Price, Scott Pullman, or Brandon Ruge. Call 402-748-3551 today. Visit AshoffConstruction.com for more information. Ashoff.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure. We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes. We have wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
Kickoff into the end zone for the touchback. SMSU starting at the 25-yard line. How about Brady McGill? Finds out on Monday he's the starting quarterback not just this week, but likely for the rest of the season after the injury to Bennett Danabring, an injury that he was apparently playing on. He actually suffered it in the UNK game, had been playing on essentially a broken leg for a few weeks. They finally had it checked this week. It was continuing to trouble him. So he's done for the year. But McGill, 4 of 5, 32 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's been brilliant thus far.
Yeah, that last play especially, just his ability to improvise, make the play, make a perfect throw. Not at all intimidated by his first start here at Wayne State.
Now the Mustangs need something over the middle, playing in traffic. Looking to get Mayer, but that was well covered by Mitchell Anderson, the junior, former Bennington Badger. On the coverage, it'll be 2nd and 10.
When you say Bennington Badger and Wayne State, that usually means pretty good things.
Generally, that has worked out pretty well the last few years. 2nd and 10. Wayne State putting 4 on the line here. They've got Miles Deas, the senior, as a second D end to the top of the screen. They go to the ground. Wayne State all over it. In the backfield, no chance. Wow. For Jacob Honstetter, again, he has not touched the ball much this year, was not on the 2-deep for them last week. Just trying to find an answer in that running game, Lou. You talked about it. You know, only 45 yards a game on the ground coming into today. You know, Honstetter coming into today, not much time, only 24 yards on the ground. But they're looking for somebody to get something going.
Yeah, it's going to be tough if you absolutely have no running game. Before that play, they were -7 rushing yards, even worse now.
On 3rd down over the middle, caught, be shy of first down yardage. Good timing play to Mayer, who's quickly becoming Croughton's go-to guy. Again, over 100 yards last week receiving. Southwest had not seen that in a game since 2022.
Well, it's 4th and 1. Now, you're not in a very good spot on the field to think about going for it. But, again, you average 45 yards a game rushing. It's tough, especially the way this Wayne State defense has played. You kind of feel like you have to kick it away here.
Mason Carver's last punt only went 16 yards. This one a bit better. Fair catch called for on the back pedal and made at the 24-yard line by Braden Cheney. So a 42-yard punt there. No return. And Wayne State, worst field position of the day, starting at their own 25-yard line. To your point, Lou, the rushing game just net -11 now for Southwest Minnesota State, which has all but erased the gains they've made in the passing. A lot of that's Wayne State's front 7, though. Now McGill handing off. We've got a change of pace back in there for Wayne State. That's Jason Jones, the sophomore out of Crestview, Florida. Jones seen limited time this season coming into today. But a solid gain there sets up 2nd down and 7. Jones appeared in 4 games last year. McGill back to the air, has a man out too far in front for the intended receiver, Curtis Whitty. And it will be 3rd down and 6 upcoming for Wayne State. And this has been, Lou, maybe the one bugaboo for their offense. Just 19 of 57 on 3rd down coming into today.
Yeah, this is a game you really want to work on it. I think you have an opportunity to improve some things against what appears to be an overmatched Southwest Minnesota State team. But, yeah, that's something that's got to get better as the competition improves.
3rd down and 6 from the 29-yard line. McGill has plenty of time over the middle, knocked away, incomplete. That's good coverage. He was looking for his tight end, Tanner Houck, the sophomore, but it was well covered. Knocked away by, I believe it was Diego Maldonado, the senior, who knocked it down, and Wayne State will punt for the first time today.
Yeah, it's a great job to get your hand in there and knock that one away. Played that well, had good position, and forces Wayne State to punt. So now Mustangs should get some pretty good field position, although with that wind, Gaston now behind this punt. We'll see if they do get any sort of return or if they get pinned deep again.
This is Jacob Morrill, true freshman, did not get all of that one. Wobbles it to the sideline. He's been good this year, averaging almost 42 yards a punt prior to that one. That one, though, off the side of the foot. And Southwest Minnesota State will have fantastic field position, starting in their own territory, just a 16-yard punt with the wind at their back.
Yeah, definitely a shank on that one. Now, Mustang's going to be in this game. This is a possession you have to turn into points. You've got great field position, but so far, Mustangs have a whole lot of trouble moving the football.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for McLeod Croughton. 4-man front for Wayne State. The motion man, Lincoln Benson. Bit mishandled on the snap. They tried the draw play. Wayne State not letting anything develop in the running game. That's Jess Kirchhoff, the team's leading tackler. He had 7 last year. Boy, he has been really an emergent player as a sophomore out of Carlisle, Iowa. The 220-pounder has stepped up and really been a star on this Wayne State defense.
Yeah, the linebacking is part of that front 7, and along with them, we talked about Kowalczyk and then Clyde Hinton on the Sam side. All pretty good linebackers.
Hinton was really good in the pass last week. Had an interception, 4 passes defended. On 2nd and 11, miscommunication there. I think they were trying for the wheel route, but Trent Parker didn't wheel. He just kind of was flared out. Yeah. No one home, and it'll be 3rd and 11.
And Alex Kowalczyk right in his face, so maybe that was a calculated decision, you know.
They call those business decisions. So 3rd down 11 for the Southwest Minnesota State Mustangs. Coming into this one, 1 and 3 on the year. Back to throw, too tall, incomplete. There were Wayne State defenders in the area. E.J. Davis had a beat on that. But as it is, Southwest can't take advantage of the good field position. It's another 3 and out.
Well, how frustrating is that for Southwest Minnesota State? You're not going to get better starting position than you did. You've lost a yard. That possession was 3 plays for -1 yard. We'll see if there's any maybe trick plays up the Mustangs' sleeve here in this ball game.
Carver is out to punt. They would need 11 yards. They are just going to put a leg into this one, trying to angle it to the far sideline. Boy, look at the wind. Just absolute wall of air, knocking that ball out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Actually, even farther up. They're going to mark that out. And now they are saying the 25, where Wayne State will have it 1st and 10, but just a 21-yard punt.
Yeah.
And Wayne State, kind of no harm, no foul. They get it back where they started their last drive, still leading 14-0.
Yeah, I think the message now for if you're going to punt is keep the ball low.
All right, McGill looking to the air. Timing run, great hands. Alex Phelps, the sophomore, local product right here in Wayne, Nebraska. Lou, we've seen a lot of Alex Phelps over the years in football and basketball. Showed some incredible hands on that one.
That's good to see Phelps out there making some plays.
2nd down and 3 out to the 32-yard line. In motion is Whitty. Here's Forgy. That time Southwest Minnesota State ready for it. Mustangs bringing Forgy down for a loss. And it'll be 3rd down and 4.
That zone read goes nowhere. Again, if Southwest Minnesota State has a strength, this is it. It's just slowing down the run.
Forgy 27 yards on 6 carries. 3rd down and 4. Back to Forgy. Finds the cutback lane, gets first down yardage. Needed 4, he got 5. Stumbled again a little bit getting across the line to gain. Stop on the play made by Caden Lunsford, but not before another Wayne State first down.
And enough blocking out there to make up for that slip. That usually means you're not going to get there, but he did a great job also just to keep moving forward and dive there ahead for that first down.
1st and 10 at the 36. Pressure on McGill, able to get it away, has a man over the top, in stride, he's gone! No flags, touchdown, Wayne State! Colton Andrews, a Southwest Minnesota State transfer, says how do you do to his old team.
Yeah, he says see you later to his old team. Got in front of that, or behind that defense rather. And that was a nice pass also, right on the money again. McGill's thrown some nice balls right over the shoulder. A little tougher catch than it seems, especially when you're wide open. But Colton Andrews, big touchdown, another score here in this first quarter for the Wayne State Wildcats.
His first touchdown reception this season. The Omaha product extending the Wildcat lead. Bad snap. Good job by the holder McGill to get it down. Extra point up and good. And with 3:39 to go first quarter, it is all Wayne State on homecoming. 21-0 Wildcats. You're watching Wayne State football on News Channel Nebraska.
Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't just see anyone, see the trainer. From bracing to home health and rehab products, they provide the right solutions to keep you moving. Whether it's a chronic condition or sudden injury, their expert team will help you find the perfect fit. With a wide range of in-stock orthopedic, sports medicine, or rehabilitation products, See the Trainer is dedicated to improving your quality of life. Visit the professionals at See the Trainer in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte.
20 kids, 1 SUV, and 1 mission. Snacks. Speedy Mart is where the snack squad rolls deep. Whether it's before the first pitch or after the final out, we've got drinks, treats, and all the fuel to keep your team going strong. Speedy Mart convenience stores. Quick, convenient, and always ready when the team rolls in. Speedy Mart. Snack strong, play strong.
Southwest Minnesota State fielding the return on a hop. Good coverage by Wayne State, knocking Greg Schaefer backwards across the 25 to the 27-yard line. Well, that was Colton Andrews on the touchdown reception, his first career touchdown reception. The former Millard West Wildcat getting it done for the Wayne State Wildcats on a 64-yard touchdown strike. As we see a little bit of pushing and shoving. Look, this has been a frustrating year for Southwest Minnesota State. Frustrating couple of years, and it's going to boil over at times. Let's see if they can find an answer. 1st and 10 at the 28. In motion is Lincoln Benson, set up now at a tight end. They fake on the ground, hit as he threw it, picked off. Intercepted on the underthrown ball. It's Alex Kowalczyk, his 3rd INT this season, and it was Caden Sutton. He had the block on the interception earlier, supplies the hit on this one.
Just some pressure, and they just can't keep these guys out of the backfield. That turns out to be a pretty easy interception when that ball's just kind of floating your way, but great pressure and another turnover. Wayne State's looking to turn this one into a laugher in the first quarter. It's 21-0 right now, and once again off the interception, great field possession for the Wildcats.
Caden Sutton, the Iowa State transfer, product of Adel, Iowa. Now McGill on play action, looking for the kill shot. End zone has Phelps, lays out for it, can't haul it in. Great effort by the sophomore. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, not too bad of a pass, just let him a little bit.
And in this wind, boy, those deep balls are tough.
Yeah, and the wind is getting stronger and stronger. Every time I look at the flag, it's blowing harder.
It's probably a solid 15-mile-an-hour wind that is blowing directly at the back of Wayne State. There you see it. So keep that in mind on every deep ball you see today. Option play. Oh, ball's on the turf. Southwest Minnesota State has it back. Mishandled there by Brennan Hayes, the sophomore running back. Oh, they're going to say that ball was going forward. That is a break for Wayne State.
Big break.
Goes as an incomplete pass, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Well, it's close.
That's
that was really close.
That could go either way.
So now 3rd and 10. Bit more conventional pass here. If he gets it off, McGill escapes, scrambling. Oh, does he get hit hard? And the ball is out. Southwest Minnesota State is saying they have it. No, they're going to say 4th down. Wayne State was able to fall on it. And now you got a Southwest Minnesota State player who is down. That's Treveron Mack, their very talented senior defensive lineman who is down and hurt. Take another look at this hit on McGill.
I think Mack was the one that it looked like he was coming up with that fumble.
He was in on that pile. It was Gideon Ervasti who delivered the shot. And then as they were fighting for the ball underneath, Wayne State came up with it. But Treveron Mack, the senior, out of Eastvale, California. Looks like he'll be able to get off the field under his own power. That is good news for the Mustangs.
This is also the strength of the Mustangs. They have a good defensive front. Can't lose guys that kind of keep you in ball games. Now it looks like you're going to have Boston Hensley with that wind at his back. Hensley's a good kicker. This is very much in his range.
Reigning conference special teams player of the week. His long this year's 34. He hit it last week against Moorhead. This one would be from 47. McGill holding with a stiff wind at his back. On its way, missed it. Just missed it, could not get enough leg on it, and Southwest Minnesota State's defense gets a big-time stop there. First miss of the season for Hensley.
That kick, sorry, Eric, that kick was a lot like you want your punts to be. It just never got off the air. You want the field goal kick with that wind at your back, you want to get that up high and let the wind carry it.
So now Southwest Minnesota State. Just 12 yards of offense total. And in the running game, minus 12 net. 1st and 10 at the 30. Can they take advantage of their defensive stop? Quick throw, far side caught. And if you're McLeod Croughton, got to be happy just to see a pass get away clean.
Yeah.
It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, threw a pass without getting thrown on your back. That's a positive.
Croughton 4 of 12. His interceptions, by the way, 2 today. He's now at 8 on the year. But again, he has not had a lot of clean pockets this season to work with. 2nd down and 7. Croughton over the middle, almost another interception. And that one probably would have been 6 for Jess Kirchhoff.
Yeah, Kirchhoff would have taken that one to the house if he catches that. Nobody in front of him. And he broke on the ball perfectly, just was not able to catch the ball, but he broke on it perfectly, and that's 6 points if he catches it.
We're looking for Jared Fearing, the redshirt freshman, over the middle. Now 3rd and 7. 4 split wide. You got 3 receivers to the near side, the bottom of your screen. Croughton looking over the top. Has a man, came back for it, couldn't stay in bounds, though. That's the 2nd time we've seen Colin Mayer with great effort on the sidelines, just not able to keep it in bounds, and another 3 and out for the Wayne State defense.
That's the best protection of the game for Southwest Minnesota State. It's unfortunate they weren't able to, finally had a chance, a one-on-one situation. Wayne State tried a stunt there and tried to bring Carter Sitzman around through the middle of that defense, but he was blocked for a change, I guess. and able to get that pass off, but did not get the completion.
Fourth punt for Carver. He's averaging 26 yards a punt so far.
No.
Look out over his head into the end zone, and it's a safety for Wayne State. Carver just boots that through the back of the end zone. Now a flag is in. A flag came in at the end of the play. It was a bad snap. It's a safety. Southwest Minnesota State has been the team that's been getting safeties. They've recorded 2, one in each of their last 2 games, but
a terrible snap. And he kicks the ball just to...
I think, is that a penalty? I don't think you're allowed to do that.
Yeah, I think that's what you're looking at here. He tried to get the ball out of the end zone to prevent a touchdown, which is a smart play, but I don't know that you can kick the ball like that.
So Tristan Severson breaks it down for us. Illegal kicking. They get the safety. They have not recorded. When is the last time? I'm trying to find the last time Wayne State recorded a safety. And I don't believe that is on the when did it last happen sheet. It's probably been a while, though. Either way, more points for Wayne State. It is 23-0. 2:08 to go first quarter. And boy, Lou, it is raining cats and dogs on Southwest Minnesota State right now.
Yeah, you just can't have mistakes like that and stay in this ball game. Now, they're fortunate that didn't end up a touchdown, but it does end up 2 points for Wayne State, and Wayne State gets the football. And still 2:08 to go first quarter. A chance to really make this thing a difficult proposition for Southwest Minnesota State in the next 3 quarters.
So now it's going to be a free kick into the wind, too. This could be fantastic field position for the Wildcats in addition to the additional points.
Might be able to get a return off as well.
Pretty good kick. Taken at the 40. He called for the fair catch before he took off with it. That was Jonathan Humple, Jr. out of Council Bluffs, Iowa. So Wayne State, yet another possession. Their offense has spent a lot of time on the field, Lou, already 138 yards of offense. They've had, this is their 6th offensive possession already. And they've been taking advantage today. Here's the handoff up the middle, decent hole for Brennan Hayes. The Creston, Iowa product. Sophomore. I imagine we'll get some, if this keeps going the way it is, we'll see a lot of younger players.
You like these games when you're trying to build a program and get guys some meaningful snaps.
Hayes has been a good change of pace back. Boy, that's in the backfield. No chance there. Great play defensively. Good to see Trevera Mack back out there after the injury earlier. Brought down Andrews for a loss, and it'll be 3rd and long.
Yeah, I'm impressed with these guys up front for the Mustangs. Mack, one of them, 6 foot 279, out of Eastvale, California.
Trips receivers to the left, nobody to the right on 3rd and 12. McGill checking the sideline. He's got Hayes in the backfield. Back to Brennan Hayes. A good change of pace back. He's got 175 yards coming into today. McGill, nobody open. Directing traffic, firing late, looking for Hayes out of the backfield, but that was well covered all around. And Wayne State will have to punt.
We'll give the Mustangs credit. They come away with a 3 and out after that safety that kind of really needed that, just to kind of stem the momentum.
And so Jacob Morrell will punt once again, hoping for a better result than his last time, 16-yarder. You get so excited as a punter when the wind's at your back like this. You can really boost your numbers.
Putting it with the wind at your back, you can get it up in the air. Oh.
Not this case. It was blocked. Able to go forward a little bit. Now takes a Southwest Minnesota State roll and is down at the 46-yard line. But that was Caden Lunsford who broke through and got the block.
Very fortunate to get that punt off. I know it didn't go very far, but that one could have went the other way.
So still gets at least a punt, but that one only went 11 yards. So the punting game, that's the one part of Wayne State that has not gone well today. Everything else has been aces so far. Grouton to the air over the middle, no chance. I think just threw that one away. They were trying to get Mayer, but that was well covered over the middle, second down.
Yeah, nothing there. And I think it was a bit of a quick release, and boy, who can blame him? You know, I mean, you've been under so much pressure.
Second down and 10 from the 46. Splitting the back in motion. Now out of the backfield, a flag is down. Dancing between defenders into Wayne State territory is David Olakazim. Just his second reception this season, if it stands. Sutton in on the stop. Boy, he's had a big day today. So illegal formation. They had split the running back Parker out to the right. I think he may have still been maybe going forward when the ball was snapped.
Yeah, too many guys in the backfield.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the back receiver who ended up catching it, Ola Kazim, he was too far back.
Yep.
Got to be up on the line in those bunch formations. So second and 15. Ola Kazim out of Cottage Grove, Minnesota. Back to the ground go the Mustangs, not much. Just running into a wall. Carter Sitzman there. Back to the line of scrimmage. That is it for Tariq Parker. And it'll be third and 15 when we get to the second quarter. Appropriate that it's the defense making the final play, because Wayne State's defense has been everywhere and everything. Making big plays through the air as well. The Wildcats, offense and defense, dominant on homecoming. It's 23-0. Wildcats with the lead. You're watching Wayne State football on News Channel Nebraska.
My name is Ann, and I'm the mother-in-law.
I'm Courtney, and I'm the daughter-in-law.
And we've been going to Faith Regional our entire lives. The treatment I've received here at Faith Regional is exceptional. They go above and beyond.
I'm definitely planning on having all of my future children at Faith. It's where I felt safe and secure, and I knew my baby was getting the best care possible as well as myself, and I want to continue that.
Homecoming, Wayne State 23-0. Wayne State with the lead on our scoreboard, brought to you by Faith Regional Physician Services. When hard work hits you hard, have faith. Alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay. It's Southwest Minnesota State's offense that has been hit hard today. Just 15 yards of offense in the first quarter. Net negative 12 in the running game.
Yeah, they can't run the football at all. One first down. That was on that very first possession. They have not been able to garner a first down since that point. That's what you call just dominant defense. They can't run the ball very well, and they just don't have time to throw the ball. So it's going to be tough to move the ball when those things are happening.
The third down and 15, McLeod Croughton, the San Jose State transfer. Wayne State trying to time the blitz there. Kirchhoff was coming. Now he backs out as they change the play. Southwest Minnesota State 0 of 5 on third down so far. Here comes the blitz.
There you go.
Hammered as he throws the ball. Ball is out. They let the play continue. Not sure if his arm was going forward or not, but McLeod Croughton absolutely drilled by Jess Kirchhoff, and it's fourth down.
We saw Kirchhoff coming the whole time, and he just comes around. You'll see him come from the top of the screen there and just drills Croughton, the quarterback. Are they calling that an incomplete pass or a fumble?
They're crediting. Yeah, that was a fumble. They credit the sack to Kirchhoff. The fumble recovered by Roman Ordonez. So a break for Southwest Minnesota State that they're able to fall on it. And now Carver says, thankfully the wind's at my back now as he puts a leg into it. This is a good punt. Fair catch called for and made at the 26-yard line. So a 37-yard punt, no return. Oh, my goodness, Lou, this Wayne State defense, they are as advertised. Came into today leading the conference in sacks and passes defended, leading the conference in a lot of defensive statistics, not necessarily in yardage, but well, they have played the part today. This is what you're supposed to do when you're playing a struggling team like Southwest.
Absolutely. This team was 7 sacks a week ago. They're picking up where they left off against Minnesota State Moorhead.
On play action, that ball skipped incomplete. That was set up, too. They had Phelps and a blocker in front of him. That one could have been big.
Yeah, that would have been a nice gain, but the pass too low. He had to go down to catch it. Both knees hit the ground, and nothing doing there on that pass. But you're right. That play appeared to be pretty well set up.
Brady McGill playing for the injured Bennett Dannebring, 7 of 14, 96 yards, 3 touchdowns so far. On 2nd and 10, they go back to the ground. Here's Brennan Hayes. He is hammered. Rocketed to the turf at the 29-yard line on a gain of 2. So we've seen a few different players in the running game. Hayes has been in, second leading rusher for the Wildcats this season. We've also seen Jason Jones, his first carry in 3 weeks. I imagine this will be a game, if it keeps going like this, to see how the rest of the depth chart shapes out a little bit.
Absolutely.
3rd down and 7 here. Over the middle behind the receiver. Was pressured. A flag is in the backfield. That pass was intended for Curtis Whitty.
Might have a late hit on the quarterback.
That does seem to be the case. JoJo Parham, the senior.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense number 95. 15-yard penalty enforced in the previous spot. Automatic. First down.
That's JoJo Parham who hit the quarterback late. He was the reason the pass was behind the intended receiver, but unfortunately for the Mustangs, also the reason the drive continues. No, that's after the ball was released.
You gotta pull up after that ball's out of the quarterback's hands.
So 1st and 10 now after the penalty at the 44. Back to the ground, back to Hayes, dances away from a defender, backing his way through 3 defenders into Southwest Minnesota State territory, and a first down.
Well, Wayne State gets a break there off that penalty. Otherwise, they would have had to kick the ball away, but you get a second chance here. I think despite being up 23-0, I'm sure Coach Masters would like to see this offense put together a nice drive. They've been a little stagnant the last couple possessions.
Into Mustang territory at the 46. 1st and 10. Brennan Hayes still in there. Swing pass outside. There's Peterson, the big tight end, hurdling a defender and knocked down Dane Peterson, the 250-pound junior out of Elkhorn. The Elkhorn High grad was used mostly as a blocker last year, really didn't touch the ball much. He has really turned into a complete athlete, leading receiver for Wayne State this year.
Yeah, you like guys like that develop. I think Dane Peterson is a guy, not only, as you mentioned, use him as a blocker, he's a good blocker, but shows this year that he can be a possession receiver as well up from that tight end spot.
On 2nd and 6, Forkey out of the backfield. Look out. There's a lot of Bob Cunningham field in front of him. Blocker setting it up, and Forkey is gone. Touchdown, Wayne State. Second receiving touchdown for Forkey today. A 42-yard screen pass, but a flag comes in at the very end.
It's going to be a post-touchdown penalty. The touchdown's going to count. Flag in the end zone. What a great call that was. Southwest Minnesota State all flowing to the left side of their defensive side, and that ball comes back to the right. Forgy, it was well set up. Blockers out in front of him.
So Dawson Forgy gets into the end zone once again today. His second receiving touchdown.
Did he throw another flag? I think it just fell out of his pocket there. I saw a flag go flying, but I don't think there was an extra penalty, just the first one.
So they called the penalty on the celebration after the touchdown. That'll be enforced on the kickoff. Extra point is up, and it is good. Well, Dawson Forgey normally does it in the running game. Today, it's the passing game. Big plays out of the backfield. Dawson Forgey. Wayne State up 30. It's Wildcat football on News Channel Nebraska.
Plumbing needs attention? Trust the experts at John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical. No matter the size of the job, John Henry's brings extensive expertise to handle everything your home's plumbing system requires. So whether your drain is clogged, your water heater needs an upgrade, or you want to remodel your kitchen or bathroom, we're here for you. Reach out to us today and discover why, since 1996, we've proudly served families as the most reliable plumbing company in the Lincoln area. John Henry's, our family serving yours since 1996.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
Wind really knocked this kick down straight ahead out across the 35 to the 39-yard line comes Greg Schaefer. So good field position for Southwest Minnesota State alongside Lou Siefker. I'm Eric McKay. Lou, the question, can the Mustangs do anything with it? This offense is just sputtering right now.
Yeah, the credit to that defensive unit out there for Wayne State. They have absolutely dominated this first half. Still 12 minutes to go in the second quarter, but it's been a domination like probably we haven't seen in quite a while, quite honestly.
First and 10 from the 39. Wayne State trying to beat Southwest Minnesota State for the 10th straight time. Croughton on the rollout. Throws deep late, wide open, through his hands. And if that's not a microcosm of how your season is going, I don't know what is.
Wow.
Trig Otten is not going to get a better shot at a touchdown than that, and now he's down and hurt. That's a break for Wayne State. He had snuck behind the defense, and there would have been nothing stopping him from scoring.
He was so wide open, it looked like he came off of the sidelines. But boy, you got to convert that play. You just absolutely have to. And unfortunately, it's incomplete, and then he comes down kind of awkwardly, but appears to be okay.
Trig Otten coming into today, 4 receptions. He has 1 earlier today. So now 2nd and 10 over the middle. That's caught. First down yardage into Wayne State territory. That's just the 2nd first down for the Mustangs today. Pass complete to Sean Walrath. Listed as a running back, but they're using him in the slot. The sophomore out of Sauk Rapids, Minnesota. Gains 12.
The Mustangs in Wildcat territory. That's something we haven't said much in this ball game.
From the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Croughton to the air again. Pressured. Evades. Nobody home. Incomplete. Initial pressure provided by that interior offensive line. And then coming off the edge from the secondary was E.J. Davis. It'll be 2nd and 10.
E.J. Davis, one of those guys. It seems like this program sure gets guys from Florida. That's usually a good place to go. There's a lot of good football players down in Florida. Some guys get overlooked and that are still quality football players.
2nd and 10. Pressure again. Croughton on the scramble, lost the football on the sack, scooped up. He's gone. He's going to go. It's Sutton. Caden Sutton, the big man.
Wow.
Cue it up for the Peisman Trophy. Fumble recovery touchdown. Caden Sutton, all 290 pounds of him, flashing the athleticism.
Well, first of all, I believe that was Hinton, was it not? Number 8?
Yes.
Yes, it jarred him loose, jarred that ball loose, and the big fella rumbling, bumbling, stumbling down the sidelines for the touchdown.
Yes, sir.
Defense having some fun today.
Caden Sutton, his first career touchdown. That's his 3rd fumble recovery this season, by the way. He's been in on a lot of those. Everything coming up Wayne State right now. On for the extra point is Hensley. It is up. It is good. Somebody get Caden Sutton some oxygen. Wayne State rolling on homecoming, 37-0. You're watching Wayne State football on News Channel Nebraska.
Everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry, cause you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do, just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
We got your back.
This is one of the older rivalries in Wayne State history, 36th meeting all time between Wayne State and Southwest Minnesota State, as we've got a stoppage. I think it was a timeout called. Players leaving the field again. This is the 36th meeting between these two teams all time. Wayne State has dominated. This has been a one-sided rivalry, 27 wins to just 8 losses. The most lopsided win for Wayne State in the history of this rivalry, 1969, when they defeated Southwest Minnesota State 49-0. They're up 37-0 with still 2.5 quarters to go. Now, if you remember, the last time Southwest Minnesota State beat Wayne, it was one of the most lopsided losses in Wayne State history. It was here on this field. Southwest Minnesota State beat Wayne State 61-3. They finished 8-3 that year. It's the last time they've had a winning season. It just kind of goes to show the ebbs and flows of college football.
Well, I recall doing the game here for News Channel Nebraska in 2022. Wayne State won 20-14. My, have times changed.
They really have. Last year, the game up in Marshall, Minnesota, Wayne State kind of slow out the gate. They were up 14-0 at the half, broke it open in the second half, ended up winning 41-0 as the return for Southwest Minnesota State. So they'll try to get something positive going here. Still 10:51 to go in the second quarter. So the Mustangs.
Yeah, I mean, what do? You can't protect the quarterback. You can't run the football. And then they had a chance. Unfortunately, just a moment ago, they had a wide open receiver that should have been a touchdown. They did not convert on that. I mean, you got to, if you have those chances, you got to make those count.
Yeah, that's the lesson. You gotta open the door when opportunity knocks. Quick hitter outside, caught. Shoved out of bounds is Ola Kazim. Now he does get his second reception of the season. Be second down and 8 upcoming for the Mustangs. And, you know, if you're Wayne State, look, no quarter asked, none given. This is college football. This is D2 college football. Yep. They're not going to step off the gas, nor should they.
Now you want to put the game away by halftime.
On the rollout, Croughton doesn't have anybody. He's just going to take off. Scrambles for first down yardage. McLeod Croughton, he started his college career at Idaho. Made an appearance in one game back in 2021. Has bounced around a little bit since then. Actually spent last spring on Utah's roster with the Utes. Didn't work out there. Ended up at San Jose State. He did not play. And so now here he is for his final year of college football at SMSU.
Did you say Utes? What's a Ute?
Youths. I meant Youths. It's a nice little movie reference there. Hope you like that. That too tall, incomplete over the middle. On the pass intended, again for Sean Walrath. Second time he's been targeted today. So second down upcoming.
Well, I think certainly while your starters, your top two units are playing, you know, despite the score, you want to keep playing. As we mentioned, you want to try to put this game away, but you know, you've got a lot of tough games ahead. You don't want to take any time off while you're out there. You want to keep the intensity up and keep playing hard.
Croughton over the middle. That's caught for first down yardage. Finding some room in the zone there is Ola Kazim. Sophomore Park High grad out of Cottage Grove, Minnesota. Southwest Minnesota State trying to play some tempo. We'll keep our eye on some other scores around the Northern Sun. Big one today. Minnesota State and Sioux Falls. They're about to get going up there. That is a monster game. By the way, at the half, I think it's worth mentioning, Bemidji State trailing Minot State at the half, 21-7. Who would have had Bemidji State without a win to this point in the season? How about that play defensively? Coming up and knocking it down, Jordan James, the junior, out of Tallahassee. And it's 3rd and 10.
Yeah, Bemidji State was in the national playoffs last year. That was a really good football team a year ago, and they're in danger of going 0-5. You see another great job just breaking on that football without interfering with the receiver.
So 2nd and 10. Croughton on the rollout, looking deep over the top, underthrew it. Flag will come in. That's one of those ones where the defender, there's really not much you can do. You're just kind of hurt there. Jack Schuker was there applying the coverage. He had a pick 6 earlier this year.
That ball was over the receiver's head.
That penalty's enforced 15 yards from the previous spot. First down.
I mean, it felt like that was a better call if the pass were short. Because
it's one of those weird loopholes in pass interference where the ball seemed a little underthrown, so he stopped and started coming back, which put the defender in the way, even though the defender wasn't in the way.
Right.
So it's a tough one. But it gives Southwest Minnesota State a first down at the 36-yard line. Croughton, pressured, can't get away, brought down, another sack for Wayne State. That's Jackson Boss, the sophomore out of Norfolk High. Had a half a sack coming into today. That's a solo one, and it's 2nd and long.
Welcome to the party, Jackson. Another sack, another guy getting a sack. Lost a good young football player for this Wayne State team.
The defensive line, probably the most depth of any position, I would say, that Wayne State has.
Yeah.
They rotate in a lot of really good players. Now up the middle on the run play. There's just been nothing in the running game. That's Parker. Knocked around, no gain. 3rd and 15 upcoming. 4 sacks for the Wayne State defense here after 7 a week ago. The Northern Suns leader in sacks, continuing to pad that stat here today.
Yeah, that unit should serve them well the rest of the season. I think if anything, you got to try to get that offense moving a little bit more consistently. They've had a nice game here today.
3rd down, 15. Croughton alone in the backfield, pass behind his intended receiver, and it'll be 4th down. That was Ryan Kronbach, the redshirt freshman who was intended. So 4th and 15, decision time here for Coach Scott Underwood.
Well, I suppose if you're at the 41-yard line right now,
you're down 37.
You're down 37 to nothing.
You gain nothing by punting.
Why not?
Yeah,
you're not going to gain much field position with a punt here.
Scott Underwood, he spent 10 years at St. Cloud State. 12 years. 86 wins, 51 losses.
Yeah, not a guy that doesn't know what he's doing. He's a good coach.
4th and 15. Pressure on the quarterback. This one overthrown. Flag is in. That one.
Maybe a hold?
Yeah, it looks like they're going to call holding. Now, when it's holding, it doesn't matter if the pass is catchable or not.
Yeah.
So another break for Southwest Minnesota State. They'll keep the drive going. That's E.J. Davis.
Yep.
If it's a pass interference call, whether or not it's catchable comes into play. But you can't hold regardless of where the ball's going.
A couple of breaks now on penalties for Southwest Minnesota State. Mustangs absolutely need to have something to come out of this drive.
So 1st and 10 at the 31. And now we've got motion up front. Everybody pointing at everybody else. Whatever happened to personal responsibility?
No, Ralph, that one's on me.
That was me. Please call that penalty on me. No one in the history of the world has ever done that. It'll be 1st and 15 after the false start. 5 penalties on Southwest Minnesota State. We've seen 3 on Wayne State.
Yeah, that went away back when I was playing basketball, when you hold on to guys' shorts or step on their shoes.
1st and 15, slant route, nice catch.
Yeah.
Mayer, he's been making all these acrobatic catches. I think maybe he told the coaches, give me a chance to make one closer to the middle of the field. He made a couple of really nice plays on the sideline, couldn't get him down. There, shows off the good hands. Jumped up in front of Marzion Cosby.
Yeah, Cosby was on him right there. It was a heck of a catch.
2nd and 7 after the gain of 8. It's the closest Southwest Minnesota State has been to pay dirt yet today. Here comes pressure. Down he goes again. That's Jess Kirchhoff. 5th sack today. Kirchhoff came on a late blitz. That's his 2nd sack this afternoon.
Right up the middle, Kirchhoff comes and gets the sack, and yet another loss in college football that goes to the running game. So it's negative yards running the football.
Yeah, they are net minus 36 in the running game right now.
Incredible.
And that is not all sacks. They've not been able to run the ball at all either. There is no one over 0 in rushing yards for Southwest Minnesota State.
That's a tough stat to overcome.
3rd and 14. Here comes pressure again. And down he goes again. Croughton might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. But that's big Carter Sitzman. His stats aren't as gaudy as they were last year when he had 15 and a half tackles for loss. But, Lou, he's been garnering more attention. And that's helped other players in the defense step up. But don't forget, there's a reason he was the preseason Defensive Player of the Year in the NSIC South.
It's a lot like a cornerback that takes away half the field. He doesn't have the stats because they're not going at him. And in the case for Sitzman, they're double-teaming him. They're trying to keep him out. And you're right, that creates opportunities for other guys.
So now 4th and 14. They'll try to convert here again. To the air. Pressure coming. Croughton evades it. Over the middle, knocked away, incomplete. No flag. Wayne State gets the stop. They were trying to get it out of the backfield. That was Parker. But great coverage there. I believe it was Elijah Hudson who knocked that one down. And Wayne State will take over on offense.
Croughton was chased out of there again. Can we just say a prayer for McLeod Croughton there? He has been,
bath.
Wow. I mean, so much pressure. That young man, I mean, I tell you what, if nothing else, he's a tough guy because he has been sacked and rushed out of there repeatedly in this ballgame.
Now back on offense comes Wayne State, Dawson Forgey. No gain there. It'll be second down. Forgey, well over 200 yards last week. Just 31 today, but it's been in the passing game. Two receptions, 47 yards, and a couple of touchdowns.
That last screen pass went for was the long play that went for the touchdown that fooled the Mustangs.
Second down and 10. McGill. Handoff again up the middle, this time to Brennan Hayes. Gain of about 5. It'll be third down and 5 upcoming. Hey, folks, stick around for our halftime show, which is presented by Wayne State College, devoted to student success for more than 100 years. We are scheduled and pleased to be joined at the halftime by the president of the university, Dr. Ramos. A lot of good things going on around campus. We'll hear about them coming up at halftime.
That's a great place to go to school right here at Wayne State.
Third down and 5. Pressure coming. Middle's open. It's caught. Can he shake the defender? He can. Trying to find room to get first down yardage, but dancing out of bounds before he does is Bonderson. Got about 3. It'll be fourth down and 2.
Hayes came over there and threw a block that almost allowed him to get that first down. And now you're just going to punt the football and allow this nasty, angry, mean defense to get back out here on the field. I'm telling you, these guys were fired up. And it was the offensive linemen as well. But these defensive linemen, man, they were, let's just say it was not suitable for family. They were getting after each other down there. And you can see it. They were ready to go.
Jacob Borrell, able to get a good punt off. This is a really good one. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Kept it low and spiraled it into that wind.
Yep.
Goes out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. So that is easily his best punt today at 39 yards. No return. He had been averaging 9 yards a punt prior to that one, so probably felt good to get that one away. So Southwest Minnesota State, let's see if they can get some points here.
3:20 to go in the half, and looks like they've got all 3 of their timeouts. Can they give their quarterback time to throw? First of all, that's been the big story so far. Just absolutely no time to even get passes off.
5 sacks, 2 quarterback hurries. They'll just keep this one on the ground for very little. That's Jacob Honstetter. The senior started his JUCO at East LA College out in California. Project of Fenton, Michigan. Graduated from Clarkston High School, which is a fantastic athletic school. I grew up in Michigan. Anybody who remembers college basketball in the 90s, the Fife brothers, Dugan and Dane Fife, they were Clarkston High products back in the day. Second down and 9. Out of the backfield. Big hit. Shakes it off. Good balance there by Honstetter. Close to first down yardage. That was a big hit, but Honstetter able to absorb it. Keep going. That doesn't happen very often to Clyde Hinton.
Yeah, Hinton, it was kind of almost a weird angle, and he just kind of bounced off him. Was not able to wrap up. Hinton is a guy that is a very good tackler, especially in the open field, but was not able to get him on the ground. That's a heck of a job to break that tackle.
So, shy of first down yardage. There's all kinds of disagreement over what down it is. It says first on the scoreboard, second on the far side of the field, third. Now they've got it. It's 3rd down and 1. It's either first, second, or 3rd down. We'll figure it out. It's 3rd down and 1.
That narrows it down. It's either anywhere between first and
we
3rd down.
We know it's not 4th down. I can guarantee that. 3rd and a yard. Out of the pistol.
Ooh.
Pulls it back. Little RPO. Won't get him anything. Knocked out of bounds before first down yardage by Alex Kowalczyk. Croughton, boy, he had the right idea there. Just couldn't get anything open, and it'll be 4th down.
Heck of a collision there that James Frank was involved in. Number 91, another big dude there. Another guy out of Lincoln for the Wayne State Wildcats.
Pius, the 10th product.
Now you still got 2 timeouts here.
Yeah. Now it is the 2-minute warning. So we'll take a timeout, come back, Wayne State rolling. You're watching Wildcat football on News Channel Nebraska.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
On your way to the big game or heading home after the win, Speedy Mart is the ultimate team stop.
Stay alive! Stay alive! Stay alive! Stay alive! You're bound to stay alive at Speedy Mart.
Icy cold drinks? Check. Tasty snacks? Double check. Fast fuel and room for the whole crew? You know it.
Be aggressive! And make sure to go to Speedy Mart after the game.
A 4th down, it'll be Southwest Minnesota State punting away. Oh, not a good punt at all. Off the side of his foot.
Look at these 4 guys that are going after him. You got Boss. You got James Frank.
Caden
Lambert
Sutton was in there.
Yeah, I mean, I would do that same thing. I would have turned and kicked it the other way.
I wouldn't even bother kicking it. I would just, this one had no chance. No thank you.
Well, despite the lopsided score, I think you still challenge your offense. Now, let's put some points on the board here. You got an opportunity. This is what we're going to have to do when games are closer. Take advantage of those opportunities.
Pass tipped at the line of scrimmage. That was set up pretty well. They were trying to go out of the backfield to Hayes. It'll be 2nd and 10. So McGill, I think he's done pretty well. I mean, obviously, statistically, you'll take 4 touchdown passes.
Yeah, for sure.
But there have been some passes, the timing's a little off. That's going to come. But I think for his first start, he's acquitted himself very well.
Yeah, I think he's played well.
10 of 18 through the air. Make it 11 of 19 over the middle. Is this touchdown number 5?
Yep.
Inside the 10, shoved out of bounds, just in front of the pylon. Parker Knudsen saved the TD. Bonderson out of bounds at the 2. It'll be 1st and goal.
Bonderson trying to reach over catch that pylon. Almost did. I thought he was going to score. I thought we had number 5 on the board. Oh, so close.
So instead it is 1st and goal. The last time a Wayne State quarterback had 4 touchdown passes in a game, last year against Southwest Minnesota State. Nick Bowen had 4. Up the middle, here's Hayes shimmying his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wayne State. Brennan Hayes into the end zone for the 2nd time this season.
That time it was the offensive line that just overpowered. That's a good defensive front. I keep saying that for Southwest Minnesota State, but that time when push came to shove, the shove went backwards into the end zone. And Brennan Hayes, number 43, didn't Dawson Forgy wear number 43 when he was first here?
He was in the 20s, I believe,
20?
when he started
okay.
here, yeah.
Well, whatever. Hayes.
Regardless, yeah.
Hayes with a touchdown. No matter what number he wore, he gets a big touchdown.
Hensley, extra point, up and good. Minute and a half to go in the first half. Do not adjust your television set. It is indeed 44-0. Wayne State leading. You're watching Wildcat football on News Channel Nebraska.
My name is Kayla Strathman, and at Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, there really is a difference. I think what sets Elkhorn Valley Bank apart is the team that we have here. I think collectively as a team, everyone that we work with has the same goal in mind, and that goal is just ultimately whoever walks through our doors making sure we help them and they leave with the best experience, that they leave satisfied and we make sure they want to come back. Elkhorn Valley Bank, great for you, great for your community.
My name is Ann, and I'm the mother-in-law.
I'm Courtney, and I'm the daughter-in-law.
And we've been going to Faith Regional our entire lives. The treatment I've received here at Faith Regional is exceptional. They go above and beyond.
I'm definitely planning on having all of my future children at Faith. It's where I felt safe and secure, and I knew my baby was getting the best care possible as well as myself, and I want to continue that.
I don't know that this day could have gone much better so far if you're Wayne State. Up 44 in the first half. Oh, look out. That's a live ball. Schaefer just has to dive on it. And Southwest Minnesota State will start well in their own territory at the 14-yard line.
It's been that kind of day, I'd say, for Southwest Minnesota State. Now it's not even halftime yet, just looking ahead. Winona State next week for Wayne State there, and a tough one with a really, really good Augustana team down 21-10 at halftime, but that's one to kind of keep your eye on.
Hey, how about the Jamestown Jimmies? Now, Concordia St. Paul has just scored, but there's 4:05 to go in that game. The Northern Sun Conference newcomer might be getting their first win. They're up 33-22 with 4:05 to play. Jamestown moving up from the NAIA level. Of course, you've seen them on News Channel Nebraska over the years playing against Doane. And from the GPAC to the Northern Sun, that is quite the upgrade in competition.
Yeah, that is a step up for sure.
That was Tariq Parker on the carry for a yard. Caden Johnson, Miles Deas in on the stop. Second down and 9. Southwest Minnesota State just trying to get this half over with. Back to the ground, to the outside, staying on his feet. Decent run there for Tariq Parker, who came into today the leading rusher for Southwest Minnesota State with 106 yards. That kind of gives you the sense of how this year, unfortunately, has gone for them. Just no running game, and it's just impossible. You talk about offenses staying on schedule. They can't even fill out a schedule because you can't run the football.
Yeah. They haven't even been to the bus station yet.
The 3rd down and 6 after the gain of 3. Looks like we'll see one more play here. They'll just keep it on the ground. Parker wrapped up, brought down, no gain. And that will take us to the end of the first half. Well, everybody who came back to Wayne for homecoming has seen a show. Fireworks early and often on offense from the reigning Conference Player of the Week in Dawson Forgey. 2 receiving touchdowns today. And on defense, you always like it when guys of the 90s can get on the scoreboard. That's a sign that things are going your way. As we head to the break, 44-0, Wayne State with the lead. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Women have a 1 in 8 chance for developing breast cancer. Early detection makes a difference. Beatrice Community Hospital's Imaging Center can help with the latest technology, from screening with 3D mammography, breast MRI, breast ultrasound, and breast biopsy. All services conveniently located in the BCH's Imaging Center. Schedule your screening today. Incredible care, incredibly close.
At TC Amish Home in Norfolk, we bring you the best in outdoor living.
And all in stock and custom ordered Amish-built, American-made Polylawn furniture is on sale.
Come see us at TC Amish Home to find the perfect lawn furniture for your home.
Quality, style, comfort. TC Amish Home, right next to Courtesy Ford and online at tcamishhome.com.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
20 kids, 1 SUV, and 1 mission. Snacks. On your way to the big game or heading home after the win, Speedy Mart is the ultimate team stop.
Stay alive! Stay alive! Stay alive! Stay alive! You're bound to stay alive at Speedy Mart.
Icy cold drinks? Check. Tasty snacks? Double check. Fast fuel and room for the whole crew? You know it.
Be aggressive! And make sure to go to Speedy Mart after the game.
Did you know that Teammates Mentoring is the largest school-based mentoring program in the nation? But we still need your help. Over 500 students are waiting for a mentor like you. Meeting with a student just once a week in school can make a positive impact on their life by providing a sense of hope and helping them to reach their full potential. So what are you waiting for? Head over to teammates.org today to learn more about how you can get involved. Join the team. Be a mentor.
Visit Wayne State College and you're likely to hear,
I got this.
From students pursuing their careers in nursing.
I got this.
Or in our business and industrial technology programs.
I got this.
Or in NCAA athletics.
You got this.
And especially at graduation.
I got this.
With 130 programs of study, manageable costs, and automatic scholarships for all first-time freshmen, you'll be saying,
I'm so doing this.
Get started at ExploreWayneStateCollege.com.
At Faith Regional Health Services, we know that welcoming a baby is one of life's most meaningful moments. Our supportive, experienced team delivers more than babies. We deliver safe practices, education, and customized birth plans. Whether it's your first child or your fourth, you deserve expert care in a private space that feels calm, warm, and prepared. Faith Regional Health Services. Expert hands for your exceptional beginning.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
It all starts at Big Red Motorsports in O'Neill, a side-by-side built to work with you on the farm or the ranch. A trusted partner when you're out hunting. And the adventurous speed to feel the thrill when it's time to play. Work hard, ride hard, play hard. Big Red Motorsports in O'Neill, powering your passion every step of the way.
Halftime on homecoming weekend in Wayne, America, and everything is coming up Wayne State right now alongside Lou Siefker. I'm Eric McKay, 44-0. Wayne State with the lead. We'll take a look at some of our halftime highlights here, Lou. And honestly, Brady McGill comes in, filling in for the injured Bennett Danabring, and he's acquitted himself well. He's looked good. He's looked comfortable. I think they've done a nice job calling offensive plays that allow him to get into a rhythm.
Yeah, 11 of 19 in that first half, 178 yards and 4 touchdowns. Hard to complain about those numbers for a freshman making his first start.
Absolutely cannot complain about the defensive effort by Wayne State today. There you see the diving effort by Luke Lambert off the tip from Caden Sutton to get the interception. Wayne State, their defense has been doing things right and setting up the offense for success. You see it here, McGill, a little improvisation, finding Dawson Forgey flaring out of the backfield. His first receiving touchdown of the game and season. He would not be done there. Wayne State, the offense has just been brilliant all day. And this is where I think if you're a Wayne State fan, you feel all right about things at QB. A perfect strike by McGill to the open receiver Andrews for the long score.
Yeah, heck of a catch, too, by Andrews. As over-the-shoulder catches when you're wide open. A degree of difficulty, a little harder than it looks, but, yeah, great play.
And we see another play. This time Caden Sutton causing the pressure. He tipped it earlier. That time causing the pressure, the underthrow. Alex Kowalczyk, the interception. The Wayne State defense has been in on everything. 5 sacks to the quarterback. Here you see the bad snap. This would be a safety that would set up Wayne State with a 23-0 lead. And we'll see more offensive plays. Here's a beautiful screen play to Forgey. But, Lou, this game is all about what Wayne State has done on the defensive side of the ball. We're talking 5 sacks, 2 quarterback hurries, 6 passes broken up, 2 interceptions so far. And they have not allowed anything in the running game, multiple sacks. They are net negative in the running play, and it's plays like this are the reason why. The fumble, and then the big man, Caden Sutton, knows what to do with it. He says, give me some offensive plays, Coach. Put me in.
Yeah.
Put a jumbo package. Let the big man rumble. The scoop and score for Caden Sutton, 44-0.
Big fellas like it when they get the chance to celebrate in the end zone after a touchdown.
Caden Sutton has been brilliant on both sides of the ball. You saw the couple of pass breakups, the QB hurries that he had, and the fumble recovery for the touchdown there. All right, 44-0, Wayne State with the lead. We've got more halftime show coming up. This is News Channel Nebraska.
It's not every day that you get to build a legacy, grow your operation, see the future in acres. So when you have the opportunity to purchase a piece of farm ground, we are here to help you grow. Madison County Bank's first loan over 130 years ago was for the purchase of farm ground, and we continue to provide Northeast Nebraska with competitive ag real estate financing. We're ready to help build your farming legacy. Let's get started today.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere planter from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Plan for success with the industry's latest technology. Upgrade to an ExactEmerge high-speed planter to cover more acres, increasing flexibility and productivity. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location to order your new John Deere planter and experience the Landmark difference.
A truck that's built to handle the toughest tasks. The GMC Sierra 2500 from Woodhouse Buick GMC. With available turbo diesel power, a reinforced frame, and advanced trailering tech, it's heavy-duty capability without compromise. Take advantage of exclusive offers happening now. Visit us in store or shop online today. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
My name is Ann, and I'm the mother-in-law.
I'm Courtney, and I'm the daughter-in-law.
and we've been going to Faith Regional our entire lives. The treatment I've received here at Faith Regional is exceptional. They go above and beyond.
I'm definitely planning on having all of my future children at Faith. It's where I felt safe and secure, and I knew my baby was getting the best care possible as well as myself, and I want to continue that.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The yellow jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people, you know, we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Farming is no 9 to 5, and working safe is a must. This planting or spraying season, look up and look out for power lines. Stay 20 feet away and use caution when folding or unfolding equipment, because they're counting on you. To be in the stands, to be at the dinner table, to come home safe. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us. Visit Wayne State College and you're likely to hear
I got this.
from students pursuing their careers in nursing.
I got this.
Or in our business and industrial technology programs.
I got this.
Or in NCAA athletics.
You got this.
And especially at graduation.
I got this.
With 130 programs of study, manageable costs, and automatic scholarships for all first-time freshmen, you'll be saying,
I'm so doing this.
Get started at ExploreWayneStateCollege.com.
Back here live on News Channel Nebraska, Wayne State Homecoming Weekend. And we are pleased to be joined now by the president of Wayne State College, Dr. Ramos. First of all, Dr. Ramos, thank you so much for joining me.
Yes.
Is there anything better than homecoming weekend? What an atmosphere here.
Oh my gosh, it's been a fabulous week. All the activities that our students host to bring our students together as we get into fall semester, but then the opportunity to bring our alumni home and to celebrate their time here at the college.
Absolutely, and the alumni are here, and in a few years, there's going to be a lot more alumni. This is a huge freshman class that's come to Wayne State, 750 plus. It's an incredible number. What is it that you've done to make this such an attractive place for freshmen to come to campus?
Well, you know, it takes a lot of different pieces to really do a good job with recruitment, retention, and graduation. But I think in the area of recruitment, it really starts with strong academic programs that meet the needs of our students and our region. And so done some great work in our business and technology area. We continue to have a strong education program. Very excited about our new nursing pathway into the UNMC's Northern Division, really supporting more BSNs in this part of the state.
Yeah,
so those kinds of things make a difference.
Let's talk about that partnership. This is big with UNMC. Talk about how that's going to work and how transformational this could be for the region.
You know, very excited that UNMC got an opportunity to increase the number of slots for their BSN in nursing. Look to us to help fill that pathway. So 100 slots they have annually for that program. And so students can come to Wayne State 2 years and then seamlessly move into UNMC 30 miles away. It's really just like we're one. And lots of opportunities to work with UNMC along the way as they make that transition.
There's been a huge focus as well on, you know, student success, student competition, just making this a great experience, not just in the classroom, but on campus. Talk about the efforts to just make this a great all-around experience for students.
Sure. You know, again, academic programs are strong, but then outside the classroom, clubs, organizations, athletic programs, the marching band, our choirs, but then our on-campus living environment. We're excited to open Stearns Hall.
Yes.
We're at 94% occupancy on campus. We haven't been at that level in recent history. I can't find that statistic. So it's great to have all those students on campus engaging with one another.
And folks, if you haven't seen Stearns Hall, we had a news story on it. You can find it at newschannelnebraska.com. State-of-the-art dorm. What was it like to see that finally open up?
You know, it was amazing. Our student affairs staff did a great job of talking to the students and finding out what their needs were. And when you do that well, then you create the right kind of atmosphere. But I love the the space inside for students to gather, study, engage. But then the outside space is pretty cool with cornhole and ping pong and outdoor space. And so it's really done well for us, 100% occupancy in that hall.
Well, it's a good time to be a Wildcat, especially now, 44-0. I would be remiss if I didn't give you as president the opportunity to at least take a little bit of credit for this today. This is an incredible game.
Well, I was amazed. Our football team, we've really had a lot of excitement around them as we started the season. Great coach, great coaching staff, great students that really want to win. And so it's great to see them winning our homecoming game, and they just look great out there. But I'd have to say our volleyball team really did well last night. Yep. Beating Duluth that was undefeated, coming back and doing a reverse sweep, as they call it. It was amazing to watch them win as well. And then all our sports. Great students, great student athletes.
I saw Scott Kneifel, head coach, here watching the game. I noticed that. I think it's something that's kind of unique to Wayne State, the way the athletic programs support each other. It's a really supportive atmosphere.
Oh, it is. You go to our games, it doesn't matter what it is you've got. We had football there last night supporting volleyball. We go to soccer games, and you have, the softball team there. And so it's really part of NCAA Division II's atmosphere to really support each other as athletes, and it's fun to have them there. So
it is. Well, it's a great time to be a Wildcat. Dr. Maudish Ramos, president here at Wayne State College. Thank you so much for the time.
Thank you for interviewing me. And as always, go Cats.
Go Cats indeed. We'll see them go for a couple more quarters. More halftime show coming up. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Visit Wayne State College and you're likely to hear,
I got this.
From students pursuing their careers in nursing.
I got this.
Or in our business and industrial technology programs.
I got this.
Or in NCAA athletics.
You got this.
And especially at graduation.
I got this.
With 130 programs of study, manageable costs, and automatic scholarships for all first-time freshmen, you'll be saying,
I'm so doing this.
Get started at ExploreWayneStateCollege.com.
Did you know that Teammates Mentoring is the largest school-based mentoring program in the nation? But we still need your help. Over 500 students are waiting for a mentor like you. Meeting with a student just once a week in school can make a positive impact on their life by providing a sense of hope and helping them to reach their full potential. So what are you waiting for? Head over to teammates.org today to learn more about how you can get involved. Join the team. Be a mentor.
It's Schaefer's Labor Day Savings Event. Take advantage of store-wide savings, interest-free financing, and special Labor Day cashback rebates. Don't turn up the TV, turn down the dishwasher with a new Quiet KitchenAid. Super cleaning performance and features make KitchenAid stand out. And at Schaefer's, save $400 on this 3-rack stainless dishwasher and get free local installation. Hurry in for the Labor Day Savings Event going on now at Schaefer's, 48th and R. Lincoln.
Back here at Bob Cunningham Field, Wayne Wayne State, with a 44-0 lead over Southwest Minnesota State. As we see some of the other scores from the conference around the screen there, Lou, I'm with you. I think Augustana weirdly was kind of slept on in the preseason.
Yeah.
They were not up there in a lot of preseason polls. They're moving up now. They're up 21-10 on Winona State. A lot of folks keeping an eye on that Minnesota State-Sioux Falls game. You got Minnesota State up 10-6. Later stages, first half, Bemidji trying to come back. They're down 7 on Minot State. How about Minnesota Duluth doubling up Moorhead there as their late stages, fourth quarter? And Northern State, they got Wayne State. That was, and Coach Masters said it was probably the worst game they'd played since he'd been coach. I think that win, and I've talked to a lot of people around the conference about this, that think that loss won't look as bad by the end of this year. Northern State up there in Aberdeen, particularly on defense, is really, really good. They're showing it today. They're shutting out Mary so far. They're kind of the sleeper that's emerged in the Northern Sun this year.
That's a sneaky good football
Yeah.
team. They were a pretty good team last year, too. They're getting better. I agree with what a lot of people are thinking. I think Northern State's actually a pretty good football team, so that may not look so bad come the end of the year. Minnesota State, and Minnesota Duluth are ranked teams.
Yep.
Minnesota Duluth is that was a team that kind of took a step a little bit back last year, but they're playing well now. Minnesota State a year ago in the Final Four in Division II, so that's a powerhouse. Moving forward for Wayne State, no Minnesota Duluth, but they do have Minnesota State and Augustana here at home.
Those are going to be tough ones. And again, how about the Jamestown Jimmies? Congrats on their first ever win as a D2 program. They beat CSP up in the Twin Cities today, 33-22. Jamestown, the team that Southwest Minnesota State beat earlier this year. That was a 12-7 win a couple of weekends ago.
They say it's about the Jimmies and Joes, not the X's and O's, right?
Yeah,
they got a lot of Jimmies there.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally about the Jimmies every time they get on the field. Always good to have new teams in the Northern Sun. Of course, a couple of teams no longer playing football. Upper Iowa has moved on to another conference. And now Wayne State will start on offense to start the second half. Oh, my, what a hit. Supplied by Brian Martin Jr. on Ty Johnson. Martin, a 207-pound junior out of Imperial, California. Well, if you're Southwest Minnesota State, you're a Mustang fan watching this. Good to see they're still playing hard out there and trying to do what they can down 44.
Yeah, I mean, individually, you can't worry about the score. If you want to make get more playing time, whatever, or you go out and make a play, try to impress the coaches and try to get some more playing time.
Quick hitter to the near side drop. We got a new quarterback in there for Wayne State. That's Dylan Krause, the senior, who has now become the de facto backup with Danabring out for the rest of the year. Dylan Krause, the senior out of Elkhorn South High School, going to get a full half of experience. That just means so much. You're going to see a lot of new players in there. Akeem Knox, good to see him out there.
Yeah.
He was a great find for Wayne State after Forgy got hurt last year. Here's a nice play out to the near side, close to first down yardage, is Curtis Whitty. Dylan Krause has not really put up any statistics or anything, but they were Class A runner-up his senior year at Elkhorn South, part of that amazing run that they went on his senior year.
Yeah, there's just no substitution for live game reps, and he's going to get a few here this afternoon.
Here's Akeem Knox. I'll tell you what, you could do a lot worse than having him as your second or third option in the backfield. He was so good for them last year when Forgy got hurt. Gets a big gain there across the 45 to the 47. Just developing depth, getting that strong bench. Look, as we've seen with Danabring, you never know. Your number could get called at any time.
Yeah, next man up, that's got to be the mentality. Even if you're third on the depth chart, you got to be ready to play.
Knox splits out wide. They'll hand off to Jones instead, his second carry of the ball game. Good, strong running, finally finished off. And they're still hitting hard down there. Gain of a couple. It'll be second down and 8.
When I was a younger guy, that would hurt if that happened to you. Now that I'm an old guy, that just hurts watching it.
Just don't want to even watch it happen.
I need some ibuprofen just sitting up here watching some of those hits.
Jones got some time against Southwest Minnesota State last year. He had 36 yards in their victory over the Mustangs a year ago. Too tall, incomplete. Boy, that was set up, too.
Yeah.
They were trying to get it far side of the field to a true freshman, Charlie Lamsky, out of Elkhorn High. That's Elkhorn South throwing to Elkhorn High. I'm not saying that's the reason the pass was off. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we've seen that a couple of times. Yeah. Those long screen plays, they've been set up perfectly, but the pass doesn't get there.
Third down and 8. Krause batted up in the air. Dangerous play there, incomplete. So it'll be fourth down, and Wayne State will have to punt it away. But, boy, this is invaluable, this in-game experience that basically this is all the backups are in. And unless things really go south, I think the plan for Coach Masters is to keep them in this entire half. This is just incredibly invaluable experience for these young guys.
Well, you see that at all levels. Teams that get good usually had opportunities for young guys to play. If you have a game or two a season, you'd like to be able to have backups get some playing time, and certainly now they're going to get a lot here today.
Jacob Borrell punts this one away. And it'll roll out of bounds at the 33-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10, Southwest Minnesota State. At the 33-yard line. Mustangs to the air.
Ooh.
Looking deep. Another big hit. Croughton took. Knocked away. Incomplete. Flag comes in. This will be on Wayne State.
And they're going to call personal foul on Jackson Boss after that hit.
It was E.J. Davis on the coverage.
Defense, number 48.
So the 15-yard penalty will move things forward for Southwest Minnesota State. Take another look here at the replay.
Defense still chasing Crowder all over the place, and that ball definitely had been released.
Yeah,
that's one where you don't want to continue through. You got to try to pull up, even if you make contact. You don't want to, go through the quarterback like that and allow the officials to make a fairly easy call there.
Yeah, contact a little high as well. 1st and 10 now from the 48. Over the head of the quarterback. Croughton just has to pick it up. He gives all those yards back and then some. Bad snap. There have been some wobbly snaps today. Croughton's slow to get up.
Yeah,
it's been just that kind of day for the Mustangs.
Yeah, unfortunately, at that quarterback spot, McLeod Croughton, you might need a standing A count,
yeah.
I would say.
So that goes as a negative 21-yard rushing play.
And that puts Southwest Minnesota State at negative 53 yards rushing for the ball game. That is tough.
Back to the 27-yard line where it is 2nd down and a whole bunch. 2nd and 31, I believe, officially. We saw 1st and 36 in our high school broadcast last night. They were able to convert that. Handoff. Nothing. Left side of the field, my goodness. That running game has just been completely swallowed up. It's an already struggling rushing unit combined with one of the best front sevens in the conference, if not the best. That's Jess Kirchel, who's had a big game today. Another loss, and it's 3rd and a mile and a half for SMSU.
Well, that's just it. With 5 sacks, that creates the negative yardage, but we've seen several running plays that have been negative yards.
Yeah, again, no one is over 0 yards rushing net today. Over the middle on 3rd down, that's caught well shy of 1st down yardage. Solid gain for Jared Fearing. His 3rd reception of the season. Gets out to the 39-yard line, but Southwest Minnesota State will have to punt for the 6th time today. So 4th down. Neither punting unit has had exactly a banner day today. 24.6 yards per punt for Southwest Minnesota State, and that's better than what Wayne State's been able to do. This is a good one. Over the head and into the end zone. That's a 61-yard punt. It will net 41. That just shy of Carver's long. He had a 67-yarder earlier this season.
It certainly helps a struggling average on the day to get a punt like that off.
So Wayne State's offense will be back out. Again, the 2nd unit out there up big. Akeem Knox in the backfield with Dylan Krause, the senior quarterback. Stuck around, getting an opportunity in his final year of college football. Here's Knox. Shifty, dancing through the hole. He's got a level of dynamism to his game that I think some of Wayne State's other running backs don't have. Forgy, that great straight-ahead runner, elusive speed. They get that from Hayes as well. But Knox, he can be shifty, left to right, hard to bring down.
Yeah, very elusive back. He and Forgy last year were a pretty good pair.
2nd and 7 after the gain of 3. Back to Knox. Looking for room to the weak side. Nothing there. Maybe a yard. It'll be 3rd down, about 7.
Yeah, didn't get a lot there, but you saw what we talked about. He just made that first man miss.
Stop made by Malik Igihan. Igihan, a sophomore out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Actually started at Wayne State, but transferred before playing a game. Now 3rd down, 6 for Wayne State. Option play, quick pitch. The defense was in the backfield. Knox, a couple of broken tackles, can't quite get first down yardage out across the 25 to the 28-yard line. It'll be 4th down, about 2. And the punting unit back out now for the Wildcats.
Well, it looked like Knox was going to pick up that first down. Just got tripped up right before the sticks.
Cam Enright made the stop. And Jacob Borrell, the freshman. Well, we saw a 61-yard punt from Southwest Minnesota State. Borrell does have a 63-yarder in his back pocket this year. Let's see if he can uncork one, averaging just 21 yards a punt. He's had one blocked. He had one that went off the side of his foot as well. And that one goes off his face mask. And he's going to be swallowed up in the backfield. Big play there for Southwest Minnesota State's special teams. That's Cam Enright, who made the first down saving tackle a moment ago. Well, that's the one aspect of the Wayne State game in a 44-0 game that has really not shown the brightest, is their punting game today.
Yeah, that was kind of a self-induced injury there. Just was not able to catch the snap, and obviously couldn't get the kickoff. Now Southwest Minnesota State with a chance to try to put some points on the board.
They've got a new quarterback in as well. Drew Klunder, redshirt freshman quarterback out of Mobile, Iowa. Woodbury Central grad is in at QB. Klunder looking, end zone, has a man. It is caught for the touchdown. So Southwest Minnesota State avoids the shutout. That's Xander Wolf. Xander Wolf has 2 receptions this season. That's his first for a touchdown.
Are Mustang fans going to clamor for the backup now?
I don't know. There'll be a QB controversy, but that looked pretty good there. Drew Klunder.
Good throw.
1 pass, 1 touchdown. Klunder 6'4", 212. Just a redshirt freshman seeing his first real action. Did play in a couple of games last year.
No good.
And the extra point is no good. So 8:26 to go, third quarter, 44-6. Wayne State with the lead. You're watching Wildcat football on News Channel Nebraska.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
.26 to go, third quarter. Southwest Minnesota State takes advantage of the punting mishap for their first touchdown of the day. From Drew Klunder to Xander Wolf, the sophomore out of Scotia, Nebraska, Central Valley grad, making a play back in his home state.
There you go. A day full of negatives, and I don't just mean the running game. I just mean just negatives all across the board for Southwest Minnesota State. They get something positive off the turnover. They're able to score a touchdown.
Wayne State will start this drive at the 25-yard line. Xander Wolf, mentioned from Central Valley. He was an all-stater, was just shy of 2,000 yards his senior year. Of course, Central Valley, that great football program there, had over 100 touchdowns in high school. Now has one at the college level. That pass incomplete, knocked away, big hit. Supplied to Elijah Hudson, trying to get his second reception of the year. No dice. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Intended for number 18, Elijah Hudson.
Taking another look at that Northern Sun scoreboard. They've gone to the half. Minnesota State up 10-6 on Sioux Falls. Augustana has extended their lead now 31-10 over Winona State in the third. Here's Akeem Knox wrapped up, brought down with very little to show for it. A host of Mustangs in there, including Logan Booth, number 56, the senior. A Logan who played for a Logan. Folks from Nebraska might remember him at Logan View High School, an Ames, Nebraska native. Making the play there.
Well, 3rd and 10. We'll see if the backups can pick up a first down here.
They have yet to do so. But again, this is all about experience, with a win likely well in hand. Kraus changing the play at the line. With a pocket. Looking for someone to get open, directing traffic. Late pass caught, depends on the spot.
Yeah.
That was Hudson right at the sticks, his second reception this season. Looks like they're going to mark him a yard shy, though, so it'll be 4th down and 1. So, but no movement from the special teams. I think, given the way things have gone in special teams, they're going to keep the offense out. Nope, now they do decide.
Yeah, I thought about it.
Special teams unit out there. Well, they're going to have to hustle now. Play clock's already down to 15.
In the punt for the Wildcats, number 44, Jacob Morrell.
So Morrell.
Back to receive the Mustangs, number 3, Parker Peterson.
They do just get the snap in time. Morrell gets a pretty good boot into this one. Checks up, though, takes a Southwest Minnesota State bounce and is down at the 42-yard line. So, again, just a 24-yard punt, no return. And Southwest Minnesota State a chance to get some more points here.
Well, certainly some things for the young guys to work on here. I think you'd like to see some consistency, at least a little bit, as this game goes on. Be able to move the ball against Minnesota State, or rather Southwest Minnesota State, at some point.
A good strong run there into the teeth of the Wayne State second team. Straight ahead for about 5, maybe 6 yards. Goes Xander Wolf. Well, how about Xander Wolf? It's got to be fun for him. Getting a chance back in his home state, an 8-man football player. Now there is that stigma. Can those guys play at the 11-man level? There have been plenty of guys who've proven that it's possible. Xander Wolf getting some carries today.
You get to see a lot of 8-man football. There's some good players here in this state.
Absolutely. Oh, that one almost intercepted. My goodness. Caden Johnson had both hands on that, the South Dakota State transfer. Would love to have that one back. It's 3rd and 4.
Yeah, that one might have went the other way if he catches that one.
So 3rd down and 4, a defense today that, again, has been the story. 5 sacks, 2 quarterback hurries, 2 interceptions today, and a defensive touchdown on a fumble return by Caden Sutton, who was also the reason for those 2 interceptions. There was a penalty on Wayne State that's going to give Southwest Minnesota State a first down. I think they called a hold on the defense there. So 1st and 10 into Wayne State territory are the Mustangs. And all kinds of movement, all kinds of finger pointing. Let's see who jumped first.
I think that's going to be offsides. I think it was a cadence thing there because you saw a couple of guys for Wayne State jump.
Defense number 50. 5-yard penalty.
Sixth penalty on Wayne State today. To just 3 for Southwest Minnesota State. So 1st and 5, ball at the 37-yard line now of Wayne State. That movement again. That'll be a free 5. Yet again, that time it was Austin McNulty, the sophomore out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, who jumped. Well, there's excitement, right? You're getting a chance to play.
Yeah.
You just got to hone it properly. 2 straight penalties gives Southwest Minnesota State the first down.
You saw how aggressive that first couple of units were. Now you get a chance to play. You're trying to be aggressive as well, but you got to go back to fundamentals. You can't listen to the cadence. You got to watch the football before you move across that line.
Plunder. One-on-one down the far sideline, incomplete. That's fantastic coverage. Step for step, E.J. Davis. The pass intended for Colin Mayer. It'll be second down.
Yeah, Davis had him sealed off. They're absolutely not going to. You'd have to go over the top of him to get that football, because Davis had. If that was a basketball game, he would have gotten the rebound.
Second down and 10. 3 receivers split wide. Tight end in motion. Over the middle. A lot of traffic there. I think they were going for Mayer, although they had Walrath in the area as well. Either way, nobody gets it. It's 3rd down and 10.
That brings up a Mustang.
And you never want 2 receivers in the exact same spot.
Yeah, never a good thing.
So 3rd and 10 for the Mustangs. Wayne State might be pinning their ears back a little bit. Yep, here they come. Pass is away. I think that was a wide receiver option route, and the receiver took the wrong option. Nobody home. It's 4th down.
Well, you see that some with backups.
Yep.
You don't have the time. The timing is not only do you get it in practice, but as we mentioned, just there's no substitution for game reps. And sometimes you're just not on the same page.
So 4th and 10, they'll keep the offense on the field. 0 for 1 on 4th downs today. The Mustangs still have yet to convert a 3rd down. 0 for 12 today.
Wow.
Pressure coming. Klunder gets it away. Intercepted. Wayne State gets the turnover, and that's E.J. Davis. His coverage has been good all day today. He earned that one, no doubt about it. 3rd turnover forced by the Wayne State defense today.
Yeah, E.J. Davis gets the pick. You're absolutely right, Eric. His coverage has been outstanding in this ball game.
His first career interception. And it sets up Wayne State 1st and 10. Good to see the second unit defense playing strong.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I go back to what I said earlier about I think, certainly if you're coach here, you want this offense to show some signs of life. They've not been able to move the ball much at all here. You'd like to see them put together some sort of drive. Try that bubble screen. It's been set up a couple of times. Good move in the open field out across the 25 to the 27-yard line. Goes Lamsky, the true freshman. And if I'm Wayne State offensive coordinator Brody Rohak, I'm saying, yeah, keep going to that. They've been so close on that multiple times today. That time it goes for 8.
Yeah, definitely a nice pickup on first down.
Their best of the second half thus far. Couple of tight ends in. They'll be blocking for Akeem Knox. Hits the hole, absorbs contact. Couple of big hits, but not before he has first down yardage. And Akeem Knox getting a few carries. That's his 6th carry of the game. First down for Wayne State. Their first of the second half.
And I think, again, that's what Coach Masters wants is just some consistency. You don't necessarily have to move up and down the field, but you got to pick up some first downs.
and try to play a clean offensive drive.
From the 31-yard line, 1st and 10. Knox. That time not much. Interior D-line for SMSU making plays, losing helmets in there. Big number 98, Dylan Schultz, redshirt freshman out of Wayzata, Minnesota, has to check out. He was in on the stop, among many others. Loss of 1, it'll be 2nd and 11. Well, if you're just joining us, offense has played well. Brady McGill in his first start, 4 touchdown passes, but this has been all about Wayne State's defense. 3 turnovers, including a scoop and score fumble, 5 sacks, and a net minus 51 in rushing for Southwest Minnesota State today. Here's Jones going straight ahead for 2 or 3. Wayne State's offense not trying to get too fancy here. Keeping it basic. They've got a 3rd down and 8 upcoming.
Yeah, I think you try to have similar, maybe not quite as aggressive play calling, but you want the substitutes to be able to run your offense.
So 3rd and 8, twin receivers will be lined up to the left side of the formation. Timing route right at the sticks, actually a little bit shy of it. So it'll be 4th down. Catch made there by Tanner Houck, the sophomore.
Had to come back a little bit for that, and therefore lost that forward momentum. 4th and a couple here.
Just his 2nd reception this season. Again, let's see what they decide to do. Looks like the offense is going to stay out there. You got it 4th and 2 from the 39-yard line.
They go challenge that 2nd unit here.
Let's see what they can cook up. 0 for 1 on 4th down today. Make it 0 for 2. Southwest Minnesota State all over this one. Jones had no chance. Defense making a big play there. Josiah Hedenston was in on that one, as was Dylan Schultz, among others. And the Mustang defense gets the stop.
They got hit right away. Absolutely no chance to go anywhere. That's unfortunate. You wanted to see this backup unit pick up a short yardage 1st down. Now Southwest Minnesota State again in positive territory.
Wayne State have been 5 of 8 on 4th down coming into today, but 0 for 2 this afternoon. And now Klunder. Back to the air, over the top, incomplete. A little too far out in front of the intended receiver. Good coverage again. That time Jaden Allen, the sophomore. Fountain, Colorado product. Started at Iowa Western Community College. Great program there, the Reavers. Now it turns out the coverage was a little too good. Another penalty on Wayne State defensive holding. That's 8 penalties on Wayne State today. And again, a lot of those have come with the 2nd unit. Not to make excuses, just to maybe explain what the box score is going to look like a little bit at the end of this one.
Yeah, teaching opportunities ahead for this coaching staff.
Wayne State will be on the road next week at Winona State. Bad snap, picked up. Trying to make something out of it. Nice pursuit and the tackle there. Klunder brought down. That's Caleb Panowitz, the freshman Millard South product. They know a thing or two about winning football.
Yeah, Panowitz might not play this year. There's so many good players on that team. And so, he's a good player.
Panowitz gets the tackle. Does not go for a sack, but it is a loss, 2nd and 12. Shift the play. Read option. Klunder keeps, gets a couple. It'll be 3rd down, about 10 upcoming. Or that interior line of Wayne State. That's where there's a lot of depth. On that play, you had a couple of true freshmen in there. Andrew Medna, the Bishop Newman grad. We remember him. We've covered him quite a few times. Out of Colon, Nebraska.
That was Trey Robinson over there playing that end spot over there or tackle spot rather, and then Boss over there did a great job to keep that play from getting outside, force it back inside.
Third down and 10. That's a nifty little play. Wayne State read that well. They faked to the outside, went to the underneath receiver, Jake Anderson, his 4th reception this year. But Wayne State read that well, had that scouted. It's 4th and 7.
Well, very clearly the Mustang's going to go for it here. Why not?
That was Tate Henricks making the stop, younger brother Nick Henricks. 4th and 7. Blunder. Quick hitter over the middle, tipped and intercepted. Picked off the tip drill. That's Caden Johnson. Well, he had a chance at one earlier. This time, he's able to haul it in. Yet another turnover by this Wayne State defense.
Caden Johnson off the deflection. Get another chance. Ball is tipped. And Caden Johnson says, thank you very much. Another turnover that the defense here for Wayne State has forced.
5 turnovers forced by the Wayne State defense today. 4 interceptions and a fumble recovery. Can't ask for much more than that. Now let's see if this backup offense can do something with it. They've not moved much in this third quarter. Akeem Knox straight ahead. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And it'll be 2nd down and 10.
I mentioned Winona State. They are going into the 4th quarter down 34-10 to Augustana.
Here comes Augie once again.
Yeah, it's a good football team.
Among the cream of the crop in the Northern Sun Conference. And after today, you might be able to argue Wayne State's there as well. We've played 3. Wayne State 44, Southwest Minnesota State 6. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
A truck that's built to handle the toughest tasks. The GMC Sierra 2500 from Woodhouse Buick GMC. With available turbo diesel power, a reinforced frame, and advanced trailering tech, it's heavy-duty capability without compromise. Take advantage of exclusive offers happening now. Visit us in store or shop online today. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
With 2 board-certified physicians, Dr. Charles Harper and Dr. Alan Spanel offers a high level of expertise in internal medicine. If you're over age 18 and ready to find a trusted physician who will be with you throughout your years, Dr. Harper and Dr. Spanel are ready to provide you with the medical care you need. Whether you are healthy or have several medical conditions, as internal medicine physicians, they provide the care you need. Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk location offers so much care so close to home.
Three quarters in the books, 1 more to go. This one over, but for the box score, 44-6, Wayne State dominant on homecoming alongside Lou Siefker. I'm Eric McKay. On 2nd down and 11, Kraus, near side, well covered. Trying to get the sideline route to Alex Phelps, but knocked away. Like Samari Alexander in the coverage there for the Mustangs, and it'll be 3rd down and 11.
That time Alexander showed a lot of speed there. He got over there in a hurry. Made a nice play to break up that pass.
Now, in terms of yardage, it's not going to be gaudy stats total for Wayne State, but most of them have come in the first half. 51 yards here in this third quarter, but in the third quarter, just shy of 300 for the game. And on 3rd and long, they'll keep it on the ground. Knox shaking off defenders. Good, strong run.
Yeah.
Sets them up with a 4th and short. Knox has been impressive. It's his 9th carry. He'll be the leading rusher for Wayne State. Now up to 38 yards. 4.2 a carry. 4th and 1.
You see that a guy like Knox is 3rd on the depth chart. You see what a guy like Hayes and how good he must be playing.
Now at 4th down, Wayne State's offense is out there at the 36-yard line. 0 for 2 on 4th down so far. Play clock down to 2. Knox straight ahead, fighting, spinning. It'll depend on the spot. I think he's got it. Yes, he does indeed.
Yep.
Got that second effort out across the 37 to the 38-yard line, and Wayne State keeps the drive going.
There you go. Good run there by Knox. Picked up that first down.
Like we mentioned, Wayne State at Winona State next week, then 2 weeks. They'll be back here at home, a game you'll see here on News Channel Nebraska against Bemidji State, who fell today once again.
Wow.
So they're still looking for their first win of the year. That's a dangerous team. A team that
Yeah.
you know is talented, and it just hasn't gone their way. Wayne State's definitely going to want to be up and ready for that one. Here's Jones off the left side for a couple. Minn State gets the win there, 28-21. Minnesota State fairly comfortably ahead of Sioux Falls, 17-6 is there in the third quarter. Northern State, an impressive showing, 29-7 over Mary. That's in the first half. And Minnesota Duluth, that has just gone final. They've defeated MSU Moorhead 28-21.
Like Northern State, again, a team that a lot of people are going to have problems with the rest of this season. They last team to defeat Wayne State.
That was a 26-7 game on the road. Now on second down, here's Knox straight ahead, plowing through defenders. I don't know, that ball looked like it came out. Southwest Minnesota State is saying they have it, and they do. So the Mustangs recover it at midfield. Knox fighting for extra yards, an impressive run, but that ball got knocked out of his hands, and Southwest Minnesota State forces the turnover.
That might have been one of those where you're in that scrum and then somebody reaches in there and just rips the ball out of your arms.
First turnover by Wayne State today.
Or to keep that ball in tight, not allow people to get their hands in there.
Yeah, hard to see where it happened. But
yeah.
So back on offense with half a field in front of them. Look out, another sack. Just shoved it to the turf. Jackson Boss gets his second sack of the afternoon.
It looked like an obvious hold there right before the sack as well, but
even with that, they just cannot keep Wayne State out of the backfield. Yeah, Boss just shoving the quarterback down. 2 sacks for the Norfolk High product.
Redshirt sophomore, a guy that's going to be playing more and more.
He's got a lot of talent. Too much mustard on that one. Trying to get it to Kronbach over the middle. And it'll be third down and 16. Well, if you're coach Logan Masters, you're looking at this team, and your strength is absolutely the defense. The offense, some timing issues and things to work out still. Got a great running game, that helps. But this defense is going to keep them in more games than not the rest of this season.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the recipe going forward is this defense keeping your offense in games, and offense has to just make enough plays. Certainly against an overmatched opponent today, they looked pretty good at times.
Klunder underthrows that one into double coverage. Ola Kazim, a couple of Wayne State players collided fairly hard there. You had Britton Kemling and Caden Johnson both in coverage. Kemling, former Aurora Husky, started his college at Peru State. Wayne State's defense, after the turnover, steps up, does the job. Southwest Minnesota State today just net 51 yards of offense. They're averaging less than a yard per snap.
That is amazing.
Punt is away, good end over end kick. Fair catch called for, then bounces and will be down inside the 15-yard line. First and 10. Now the last time, it's been a while since Wayne State has held a team with this few yards. Let's see if we can figure out the last time they held a team under 100. But this has been very good. The last time they held a team under 10 points was the Southwest Minnesota State game last year, 41-7. This is their first game with 5 turnovers since 2021.
Yeah.
Straight ahead is Jones. That was Minnesota Duluth. second down and a yard. Ball at the 15-yard line. So Wayne State's defense doing things they haven't seen in a while. This is their first 4-interception game since 2018. They had 4 picks against Minot State. On play action, over the top, has a man just outside. Boy, he was there streaking down the sideline.
That was close.
Was the tight end Trevor Schwartz, the junior, transfer from Northern State. Scotts Bluff product. It'll be 3rd down and 9.
Had the opportunity for a big play there. But I think going back to your point about the defense, their ability, these turnovers, a lot of that has come from the pressure that defense has created. And if you're able to, turn teams over, you're going to win a lot of football games.
On 3rd and 9, they try to keep it on the ground to Jones. He gets nothing. So 4th down, Wayne State will have to punt it away here. Hey, folks, stick around. After the game, our post-game show, that's brought to you by Custom Sports. And we'll be hearing from a very happy, I got to believe, Coach Logan Masters in that post-game. Kind of cool off in the distance, too, behind us. So you see the Wayne State Rugby Club is in action today as well. That's a great punt. Spiraling. Oh, look at this. Over the head of Southwest Minnesota State. Fielded at the 20-yard line. Well, that'll help the average. This has not been a great day as he's still on his feet. Flag comes in.
Got a whistle here, stopping that place. I think they said his forward progress was stopped, never hit the ground.
That was a 65-yard punt. Now, all the trepidation in the punting game today. And Jacob Borrell goes ahead and sets a new career high. That was a brilliant punt with the wind at his back and flips the field. So now 1st and 10. Southwest Minnesota State.
The forward progress stopped at the 22-yard line. After the play, sideline warning, Wayne State had 5-yard penalties enforced from the dead ball to us. 1st down, Southwest State.
So against Wayne State. Penalties piling up a bit against the Wildcats today. Officially a 66-yard punt. So a new high for Borrell. Open over the middle and caught. This will be 1st down yardage for the Mustangs. Jake Anderson, senior out of Prior Lake, Minnesota. His 2nd reception today. Johnson in on the stop, among others. 1st and 10. Southwest Minnesota State. It gets no easier for them. They're at Minnesota Duluth next week.
And that will be a very difficult assignment.
And then home to Sioux Falls at Northern State. That's a rough stretch. That is a rough stretch for anybody, let alone a team looking for their first win of the season. On the scramble, Klunder tripped up. That doesn't go as a sack, but definitely another QB hurry. That defensive line has made its home in the backfield of Southwest Minnesota State today. That goes for a gain of 5, but it will be 2nd down for the Mustangs.
Minnesota Duluth gets a win over Minnesota State Moorhead today. That's the final now, 2014.
Speaking of Minnesota Duluth, how about that Wayne State volleyball team? Reverse sweep of Minnesota Duluth, handing Duluth their first loss of the season. You know, it's strange. I believe it was coming into this week, no teams in the top 10 in the Northern Sun Conference, which is bizarre. Too tall, look out. That's a dangerous play there.
Yeah.
It'll be 3rd down and 5. But Wayne State, they were kind of down in the rankings to start the year. Coach Kneifel's squad, they've got something cooking now. They're playing really good volleyball right now.
Yeah, that's such a good program that Wayne State has, volleyball. And the Northern Sun, that's usually like the Big Ten in volleyball. I mean, it's just loaded with good teams.
Chanity Robles, a Norfolk Catholic product, has been playing fantastic volleyball for the Wildcats this season. 3rd and 5, Southwest Minnesota State. Pressure coming. Klunder gets it away. No chance on this one. All flag's going to come in. The defender slipped. We got laundry everywhere. Britton Kemling had the coverage, but the receiver fell down. That's going to be double-digit penalties on Wayne State. That's going to look bad, right? But most of those came after the half. You've got young guys in there, not a lot of playing time, not making excuses. It's going to be a point of emphasis in practice this week. But, again, it's going to be one of those things where if you just look at the box score, you know, that's kind of the reason for the 10 penalties today. Most of them have come since the break.
Yeah, that was Britton Kemling there. Looked like the receiver, I mean, it kind of tripped.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been an incidental contact, but officials saw it otherwise.
So 1st and 10 in Wayne State territory, 42. Now for Southwest Minnesota State, not going to get the win here today. We'll see them just play off, almost intercepted again. Playing a little too much in traffic today. This is an offense that has not scored 20 points in a game since a victory over Sioux Falls in the last game of the 2023 season.
That is a remarkable streak, especially in this day and age.
Yeah.
This style of football is played today, a lot more wide open. And for Southwest Minnesota State to be to go that long without scoring 20 points, that's hard to fathom.
Yeah, they're looking at 15 straight games under 20 unless they can get a couple of scores before the end of this one. 2nd and 10. Klunder, deep, one-on-one. Incomplete. That one thrown out of bounds. Intended for Cronbaugh. Good coverage, though, by Jordan James, the junior, out of Tallahassee. And for Wayne State, you want to see the depth playing well. Again, they are a little bit short. They had no Isaiah Jackson today. The redshirt freshman, normal starter, was out. Marzion Cosby was in instead. But combined, what they've done in the passing game, 13 of 40 combined are the Southwest quarterbacks, 119 yards, 4 interceptions, and 6 sacks by the Wayne State defense.
I would say this backup defense has afforded themselves very well in this second half.
3rd and 10. Pressure coming. Klunder over the middle. There's a flag as well. James can't believe it. He thought for sure that would be incidental contact. The players get tangled up, knocked down.
That's what happens when you're that defensive back and there's contact. The first thing you do is you get up and look around.
Right. That wasn't me. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I almost feel like if they get up and just play it off, maybe you got a better chance of having a flag picked up. But that one will be walked off. Wayne State has offered up more yards in penalties today than Southwest Minnesota State has gained in offense by an almost 2-1 margin.
Wow.
121 yards in Wayne State penalties, 67 yards of offense for Southwest Minnesota State today. 1st and 10 from the 27. Klunder, look out. Oh, boy. That's too tall, and that's probably a good thing for Southwest because Caleb Panowich had a beat on that one, and he might have taken that one the other way.
Yeah, throw that one short. That's probably 6 the other way. We've seen a few of those today.
So 2nd and 10. Three receivers split wide, now 4. They'll shift their tight end to the other side. Klunder, flushed, throws it away. Well, these quarterbacks have spent a lot of time peeling themselves off the turf. That time it was Miles Deas, the senior out of Indianapolis, Indiana, 275 pounds. I said it at the onset, I really believe this defensive line is as deep as any in the Northern Sun, and I would say among Division II football. There's just so much talent on that defensive line.
I think that 2 deep is outstanding, and you see these guys that are beyond that are coming in and being productive.
So 3rd and 10. 0 for 14 on 3rd downs today. Are the Mustangs make it 0 for 15? As Klunder will just have to dive on that one. Boy.
That's a running play. So
that does count as a running play, folks. Yeah, I don't know, and I don't have the to look up fewest rushing yards ever in a game. But Southwest Minnesota State they're going to be close to minus 75 net after that play.
That's getting close. Yeah, it was a moment ago they were negative 52.
It is minus 75 exactly.
Is it? Yep, just updated, yep.
So they will punt it away. High punt. The wind's going to hold that one up. Takes a Southwest Minnesota State roll inside the 30 out at about the 26-yard line, where it will be 1st and 10 for Wayne State. Folks, after the game, stick around. We'll talk to our player of the game. That interview brought to you by Wayne State College.
That might be a tough choice today. A lot of guys
on both sides of the ball that could get it today.
Might have to have maybe have a big fella today. Just maybe.
I think we got someone in mind there. I want to say though, Brady McGill, congrats on his debut as a starter.
Absolutely.
He acquitted himself very, very well today, and I think has calmed a lot of nerves from Wayne State fans that they had when they heard Bandit Denebring, again, if you're just joining us, Denebring out for the season. He'd actually been playing hurt, an injury that he suffered in the UNK game. He'd been playing on essentially a fracture in his leg, fractured his tibia.
Yeah, I mean, imagine that. That talk about pain tolerance.
Oh, my goodness. So he is out for the season, and it'll be the Brady McGill show the rest of the way. 2nd down and 2.
My takeaways from McGill is just from the get-go, he looked confident.
Really
I mean, there was no hesitancy, and I like the fact that the coaching staff gave him, just go out and play. We're not going to change the playbook, or we're going to run the same plays. Go out and make them happen, and he did.
Jones straight ahead for 1st down yardage. And look, McGill, he is a gamer going back to high school. Roncalli grad. If you're a News Channel Nebraska viewer for a long time, you've seen Brady McGill make plays in championship settings, in basketball, and certainly in football as well. Roncalli's had a lot of success with Brady McGill, making plays for them in multiple sports. So he is a winner.
Yeah, no question about that.
And here's what I'll say. You got a redshirt freshman filling in for an injured quarterback. That situation worked out pretty well for Wayne State 5 years ago.
You're just going to say that. Ben Bone got to play because of an injury, and the rest is history there.
Straight ahead goes Jones. He is hit hard in the backfield. This will go for a loss. Good pursuit off the edge. Logan Ness, redshirt freshman out of Coon Rapids, Minnesota, go for a loss of a yard there.
So I got to ask you, Eric. I mean, Wayne State's got a lot of different combinations for uniforms. What's your favorite? What do you like for the Wayne State look?
I like the normal one here.
Me too.
I like it when they go black helmet with if the gold jersey and the white pants. I think that's an incredible combo as well. The all gold, that's a little too much yellow.
Yeah, I agree.
But this is a classic look. I really like their white helmets too. And now we got a flag for motion. Before. What about you? What's your favorite?
I'd have to say the regular uniforms, like the ones they're wearing today. If I had to pick one, that would be. I like seeing the different combinations as we march off a penalty on Wayne State. But I like the black shirts, the black helmet, and the gold pants. I just think that looks looks Wayne State to me.
It does. Yeah, they've broken out a few combos over the years. It'll be 2nd and 15 after the penalty. Folks, after the game, stick around. We'll take a look at our top plays brought to you by Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust. There is a difference. Back to the ground. Here's Jones. Oh, the hurdle. That'll get him going on the sidelines. Jason Jones, impressive athleticism. Gets about 3. It'll be 3rd down.
I didn't get a whole lot on that, but it was an impressive athletic maneuver there. I'm pretty sure I've never jumped over anybody in my life unless they were laying on the ground.
If I did, it was by accident. I've had to do that with the cat a few times.
Yeah, I've had a dog that's under my feet a few times that was self-preservation.
I'll say this. It didn't look as graceful as what Jones just did. 3rd down and 13. Southwest Minnesota State showing pressure. Looking deep over the top, has a man, incomplete, a little too much under it. Wind probably had something to do with that as well. Trying to get it to Hudson.
Yep. Hudson had a step on him there.
Yeah, he did. And that was Elliott Veland in coverage, redshirt freshman out of Faribault, Minnesota. And Wayne State will punt it away. This is how you know it's been a rough day punting. You uncorked a 66-yarder, still only averaging 29 yards a punt.
Yeah.
That's another good one, though. That'll help the average.
Yeah, this should be a really good one.
Inside the 10, over the head, checked up, but just trickles into the end zone. So 57 yards, net 37. Borrell has been impressive as a freshman. Came into today averaging just shy of 42 yards per punt. That's upper echelon in the Northern Sun this year. When you got a true freshman who can step in and allows Boston Hensley to just focus on kicking. Hensley does have experience as a punter, but it's always nice when you can specialize in that front. Not always a luxury you can afford in Division II football. 4:36 to go in this one. Southwest Minnesota State will be slipping to 1-3 on the year. We'll look out. Bad snap again. Ball still on the turf. Another turnover. Wayne State jumps on it. That's Max Chapman. So we've got an Iowa State transfer who scored a touchdown. Now we got a South Dakota State transfer getting a fumble recovery.
Well, I think that's why you transfer a lot of times. You get a chance to get on the field, and those guys have made some big impacts here today. Another turnover, I believe that's 6 on the ball game.
First time they've forced 6 in a game since a victory over Augustana in September of 2017.
Wow.
And now 1st and goal for Wayne State. So the backups a chance to get some points on the board. Again, if you're just joining us, all 44 of these points were scored in the first half. Wayne State dominated from the opening bell. And it's been the second unit this half. Here's Jones up the middle, powering forward into the end zone. Touchdown, Wayne State. Jason Jones into the end zone from 9 yards out. And Wayne State hits half a century.
Jason Jones, another Florida guy, comes up here.
First career touchdown.
And it's I think that's you've got things to work on as a group with the backups and everything, but you like to see them take advantage of that opportunity when they get it, put it in the end zone.
Extra point up and is good. 4:24 to go in this one. Wayne State rolling 51-6. They lead. You're watching Wildcat football on News Channel Nebraska.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people, we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Ashoff Construction of Osmond does it all when it comes to general contracting. From agricultural storage buildings to commercial office buildings, retail warehouses to concrete contracting. The AGI Sentinel buildings help safeguard crops and valuable assets, and Ashoff's professional builders handle the job from the design through the completion of the build. For a free estimate, contact Dylan Price, Scott Pullman, or Brandon Ruki. Call 402-748-3551 today. Visit AshoffConstruction.com for more information.
Always a good feeling when the offense can put 50 on the board, 51-6. Actually, the offense has put 44. Let's not forget the defense did score a touchdown today. First time Wayne State has crossed the 50-point threshold. They put 56 on Concordia a couple years ago. Probably won't get to 60 today. They hung 62 on Upper Iowa back in November of 2019. Southwest Minnesota State back to the drawing board for Coach Scott Underwood. He took over again after the St. Cloud State program was discontinued. They started 4-1 that year.
Yeah.
His first year there. Since then, only 3 wins. Snap bobble, look out. That's another sack. Brought down in the backfield, that time coming off the edge, was the true freshman Luke Johnson out of Gretna East. Gretna East Griffin, one of the first Gretna East high schoolers ever to get some college time.
Yeah, not many of those.
Yeah, sure don't.
That's been a real problem today for Southwest Minnesota State, the snap, and that one wasn't a bad snap. He just didn't handle it, but we've seen several bad snaps today with the Mustangs.
More losses in the rushing attack. They are almost to minus triple digits in the running game, by the way. This will help. Good scramble here. First down yardage. Longest running play by far today gets them first down yards. They were at minus 93 as a team prior to that scramble.
Wow. Yeah, the battle cry now is just to be try not to be negative 50, I guess, huh? I mean, goodness sakes.
Quick hitter near side out of the no huddle. Into the crowd at the 40-yard line goes Sean Walrath, sophomore. The Southwest Minnesota State had started this drive with just 26 yards of total offense.
Yeah,
they're now up to 48. So I guess there's some good news there. First down there, good catch. Into Wayne State territory goes David Ola-Kazim. Well, Wayne State about to get a win. We've got a lot more coming up your way. No Wayne State game next weekend, but we've got plenty more football coming your way. Lou, you and I will be back doing the 8-man thing on Friday night. Stanton against Elkhorn Valley, and Mustangs got their first win of the season last night. Pass low and incomplete. Stanton has, they've had a few players don the Wayne State black and gold over the years. Here's our upcoming schedule. We've got Wayne State volleyball coming up against Briar Cliff on Tuesday. Always good to get a look at them. Then it's Northeast Southwest. The rivalry renewed. Then it'll be Doane football next week as the Tigers play host to Dakota Wesleyan. Great coverage. That was timed perfectly. There have been quite a few flags in the defensive secondary today, but that could not have been timed any better by Luke Johnson, the linebacker, and it'll be third down.
I think Wayne State here, you're getting everybody in the ball game. I mean, what a bonus that is to get a lot of guys, a lot of playing time, a lot of reps in a live game. Again, no substitute for that. And that certainly that bodes well down the road, because we've seen injuries, obviously, with Dannenbring going out, but you want guys ready to play.
Over the middle, behind the receiver, he had a bit of a step. There was E.J. Davis again. He's been a bright spot in this second unit secondary. Fourth down upcoming. One thing that has kind of flown under the radar in this game, 10 different receivers have caught a ball for Wayne State as well. So that experience on both offense and defense will pay dividends down the line. Fourth down, Southwest Minnesota State in punt formation. Braden Cheney back deep for Wayne State. Ninth punt for Southwest Minnesota State today. 0 for 16 on third down.
Wow, incredible.
Fair catch called for, made in traffic. Nice job by Cheney. And 0 for 3 on fourth down. I mean, this Wayne State defense, they've done the job, Lou. Yeah. Well, I'm out of superlatives. I've run out of things to talk about, except to just look at these numbers and shake my head, which you can't hear at home. But 58 yards total on 75 plays.
Yeah, it's been remarkable how good this defense looked today. And I get Southwest Minnesota State is not we're not talking Minnesota State. We're not talking Augustana. They're going to have to continue to get better. But what does a defense like that do? It gives you the chance. It's going to keep you in ball games.
Yep.
If the offense continues to improve, and I really like the way McGill played here today, that'll be something to watch going forward. But the offense continues to improve. You've got a chance to be in every game you play, including against the big boys that we just talked about. So I think, if you want to be really, really good on one side of the ball as opposed to the other, you would take defense, because if you can't score on you, if people can't score on you, they can't beat you, right? I mean, so I think this team has a chance maybe to pick up some big wins here later in the year.
And I don't care who you're playing. 0 third down conversions, 6 sacks, 6 turnovers against anybody in Division II football. That is exemplary work.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've got another running back in there getting some time. That's Anthony Heidoff, I believe, who's listed as a linebacker. So we're really getting deep in the depth chart. Yeah, that is indeed Heidoff, redshirt freshman, Scott Catholic grad. Played both sides of the ball for the Skyhawks. And now, again, you know things are going well when you're letting the linebacker run plays for you. Wayne State, this is as impressive as they've been in all facets of the game, with a few exceptions. In a long time, I think this will serve them well. After that 1-2 start, a big win on the road last week, and an impressive one here. Look at Heidoff. Getting some reps here. Heidoff, a Scott product. A lot of state championship experience on the high school level. You got Elkhorn South and Scott, Bennington, Aurora.
I think this is what you wanted, Eric, for your homecoming day, right?
Absolutely.
Great temperatures, a big win by the home team. Everybody's going to leave here with a smile on their face that isn't associated anyway with Wayne State.
And the game getting done early enough, you can head over to the other field, watch the rest of the rugby match. Wayne State rugby about as good as anybody in the nation. Here's the pitch to Heidoff, left side. Bounces to the edge. Hey, impressive. Maybe he's no longer a linebacker for this play today. Let's see the young man get some time. He'll be shy. It'll be 4th down. But that will be the final play of the game. Well, folks, this is about as good as a homecoming game can get. Your final. Wayne State 51, Southwest Minnesota State 6 in Wayne, America. Post-game show coming up. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
20 kids, 1 SUV, and 1 mission. Snacks. Speedy Mart is where the snack squad rolls deep. Whether it's before the first pitch or after the final out, we've got drinks, treats, and all the fuel to keep your team going strong. Speedy Mart convenience stores. Quick, convenient, and always ready when the team rolls in. Speedy Mart. Snack strong, play strong.
My name is Ann, and I'm the mother-in-law.
I'm Courtney, and I'm the daughter-in-law.
And we've been going to Faith Regional our entire lives. The treatment I've received here at Faith Regional is exceptional. They go above and beyond.
I'm definitely planning on having all of my future children at Faith. It's where I felt safe and secure, and I knew my baby was getting the best care possible as well as myself, and I want to continue that.
Believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry because you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
We got your back.
On your way to the big game or heading home after the win, Speedy Mart is the ultimate team stop.
Stay alive! Stay alive! Stay alive! Stay alive! You're bound to stay alive at Speedy Mart.
Icy cold drinks? Check. Tasty snacks? Double check. Fast fuel and room for the whole crew? You know it.
Be aggressive! And make sure to go to Speedy Mart after the game.
My name is Kayla Strathman, and at Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, there really is a difference. I think what sets Elkhorn Valley Bank apart is the team that we have here. I think collectively as a team, everyone that we work with has the same goal in mind, and that goal is just ultimately whoever walks through our doors making sure we help them and they leave with the best experience, that they leave satisfied and we make sure they want to come back. Elkhorn Valley Bank, great for you, great for your community.
One of those games where the scoreboard just doesn't seem to make sense. 51-6. Wayne State rolls on homecoming. They get the victory over Southwest Minnesota State. Let's take a look at our top plays. Brought to you by Elkhorn Valley Bank. For all your banking needs, Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust. There is a difference. Picture-perfect weather. Homecoming in Wayne, America, as Wayne State tries to get back over 500 against Southwest Minnesota State, a team who's won just one game in the last 2 seasons. Wayne State making plays early on in this one. Brady McGill starting for the injured Bennett Dannebring finds Dane Peterson, the tight end, his 5th touchdown reception this season. Wayne State's offense not skipping a beat with the new QB. They're up early on, 7-0. Wayne State's defense was incredible in this game. The pass tipped, the diving interception, the athleticism of Luke Lambert to haul that one in. And Wayne State set up with a short field, and they know what to do with it from there. Just a few plays later, it's McGill on the scramble to the air. Look at this throw. Absolutely perfect to Dawson Forgey out of the backfield. Normally known for his running acumen, but the junior, a nice catch there for his first receiving touchdown of the year. Then a picture-perfect throw on the deep route. Colton Andrews, his first touchdown reception of the year, a big one. 64 yards, and it's 21-0. Wayne State with the lead. And Wayne State's defense keeping the good vibes going. Tipped and intercepted. Another interception, another great play forced by Caden Sutton. You'll hear from him in just a little bit. Second quarter we go. More great offense from Wayne State. Screenplay, Dawson Forgey didn't do much on the ground today, but 2 receiving touchdowns, including this 42-yard play. That makes it 30-0. Wayne State at that point. More great plays here from Wayne State upcoming. As the fumble forced there, the big man scoops it up, knows what to do with it. Caden Sutton, the scoop and the score. His 3rd fumble recovery this season. We got a big man touchdown at Wayne State rolling. They were dominant in this one. The defense allowed just 58 total yards of offense. Southwest Minnesota State just could not get anything going. They did get 1 score, but this was all about Wayne State. They put up 44 in the first half, and they win the game 51-6 and get to 3-2 on the year. All right, let's hear from head coach Logan Masters and our player of the game. Those interviews brought to you by Wayne State College, devoted to student success for more than 100 years. Lou Siefker, take it away.
Well, the Wayne State Wildcats, they have a perfect homecoming day today. Beautiful weather and a big victory, 51-6 over Southwest Minnesota State, joined now by Logan Masters, victorious head coach. And, boy, there's so many things, Coach. What a first half. Let's start with your quarterback. McGill steps in for Denenbring off the injury. He looked confident right out of the gate. What'd you like about his play?
Yeah, he's a cool customer. You can see it in practice every day. It takes me back to last year when Boston got hurt, and he had to become our backup kicker, at Winona. He's just... it takes a lot to rattle him. He played really well and did a good job in the first half.
Yeah, we got to talk defense. We're going to talk a lot about defense. At one point in this ball game, late in the game, Southwest Minnesota State was negative 75 yards in rushing. They were, I believe, 0 for 16 on third down, 0 for 3 on fourth down. They just couldn't do anything against you guys. The pressure really disrupted them the entire game. How were you able to just be so consistently good in that area?
Yeah, our front's pretty good. I mean, it helps that they threw it dang near every play and didn't try and run it, and so the sacks add up and things like that. But coverage was good, and our defensive line in front got after him, and we brought pressure. It seems like we got home, and then probably a few of their snaps over the head probably helped that number a little bit too. But been pleased with how we've been playing up front on defense.
We got 6 turnovers today, which is obviously big. You're going to win pretty much every game if you get 6 turnovers. I'm going to say Luke Lambert going to receiver anytime soon. He had a great diving catch there.
Yeah, Luke Lambert's a receiver, and Caden Sutton the running back. So we'll have guys playing both ways, like Travis Hunter at Colorado.
Yeah, and talk about the big fella over here picking up that fumble and rumbling, bumbling, stumbling down the sidelines.
Yeah, he's been lights out. Obviously, it's cool to see him rewarded with an offense or a defensive touchdown, but he's been lights out. He's been a problem for offenses every game. They have to send 2 or 3 guys to block him, puts pressure on the quarterbacks, and takes up running lanes. So I'm glad he's a Wildcat.
How good was it to get guys, a lot of backups? I think you had everybody in the ball game. How good was that just to get everybody some live game reps?
Yeah, it was awesome. I think after halftime, everyone, even some true freshmen with the new rules, got to play a bunch. So there's not too many guys that dressed up today that didn't suit, and so it's good to give them game experience. Put stuff on film that it's important to pay attention during the week because you never know when your opportunity is going to come.
Obviously things to work on, and you want to get better. You got some great teams ahead of you. What did you see of some things you'd like to get better on? Obviously 12 penalties is probably not acceptable.
Yep, way too many penalties. We got to run the ball better. Today was unacceptable how we ran the football, and way too many penalties. Those 2 things we got to be able to do, otherwise you're not going to beat anybody good.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, thanks so much for joining us, and congratulations on a big homecoming victory.
Thank you. Go Cats.
Absolutely. That's Logan Masters. Let's get Caden in here. Caden, you're a lot bigger than me. We're about the same height, but I don't know if I could have caught you on that one. Talk about that fumble recovery, and certainly it was a great hit that jarred that ball loose, but you were able to pick it up and take it to the house. Talk about that play.
Yeah, it was just super exciting. I just kind of wrapped around. I saw the ball on the ground, and I was like, oh, shoot, and I just picked it up and started running, and obviously had some good blocking for my teammates, so that helped a lot. So, yeah, it was a pretty exciting play.
Yeah, it's always good for the big guys to get in there once in a while, huh?
Yeah, it's super exciting. I mean, the whole sideline went crazy. I think we might have got a sideline warning, but yeah, it's a pretty exciting play.
How did you make your way from, it was Iowa State, right? Iowa State here to Wayne State. What brought you to Wayne State?
Well, I came up here on a visit, and I just love the coaching staff. I thought they were one of the best coaching staffs I've ever been around in my life, and I was like, this is the place I need to be. So that's kind of what brought me here.
Well, I was standing right over here watching you guys warm up, watching the big uglies like you guys in there, and you guys were getting after each other. I mean, you guys seemed really fired up. What was kind of the message there with you guys as teammates talking to each other?
Yeah, I mean, every day we just kind of show up and try to get better, and especially on game day, we're just excited to play ball and just be there for one another and just try to play as hard as we can every single play.
How good can this defensive line be? You guys were outstanding today. You've been outstanding all year. How much better can you guys get?
I don't know. I mean, I think we're just, a very solid group up front. I think we just play off each other well. And, I mean, everybody up front, I mean, even the guys that come into the game after the first group are really good. And I think we're just playing as hard as we can, following our keys, and just trying to be as best as possible.
You didn't get the shutout, but how about 58 yards total offense for Southwest Minnesota State today? That's something to be proud of.
Yeah, that sounds really good. I mean, our goal was, obviously the shutout, but, I mean, that sounds pretty good, too. It was exciting just to, hold them to that many yards. And, obviously, next week we'll try to look to do a little better. So,
feel like you guys can go on a run now?
Yeah, I think so, definitely. I think we have the defense for it. I think our offense is starting to click well too. So yeah, I think we definitely can.
Well, Ken, congratulations on the win, being our player of the game and that touchdown.
Yeah.
Let's see a few more of those this year.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
All right, that's Caden Sutton, our player of the game. Eric, let's go back to you.
Look, I know he was joking. I'm all for it. Let's get Caden Sutton playing two-way like Travis Hunter. Might as well. Look good there. on that fumble recovery for the touchdown. Thank you for joining us, Caden Sutton. And thanks to everybody for joining us. Wayne State Player of the Game interview brought to you by Wayne State College, devoted to student success for more than 100 years. Well, that about wraps things up. What a game by Wayne State. Again, our final score, 51-6. The Wildcats roll on homecoming weekend. We got much more great sports action coming your way, both college and high school, and it all starts Tuesday. We're right back here in the Rice Auditorium as Wayne State takes on Briar Cliff. Until then, from a broadcast partner, Lou Siefker, Connor Luby, and the truck, and the entire NCN Sports crew, my name is Eric McKay. Thank you so much for joining us. You've been watching Wildcat Football on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Studios are sponsored by Faith Regional Health Services.
Hello. How are we doing?